afternoon, I'm Tyler Danberg. After a 34-16 win at Illinois, Ohio State remains atop the AP Top 25, followed by Miami at 2 and Indiana at 3. Sunday, Penn State fired head coach James Franklin after 11 seasons. Nittany Lions cornerbacks coach Terry Smith will serve as the interim. NFL Bengals fell to the Packers 27-18. Browns were defeated by the Steelers 23-9. Tonight, Bills visit the Falcons at 7:15, followed by Bears at Commanders at 8:15. NHL tonight, Blue Jackets host the Devils at 7 in their home opener. Coverage on the Fan starts at 6:30. Game 2 of the ALCS, Mariners visit the Blue Jays at 5:03. Game 1 of the NLCS, Dodgers are at the Brewers at 8:08. This update sponsored by Green & Sons, family owned and operated for over 45 years. Find your next Kubota tractor at Green & Sons, located in Mount Sterling and north of Marysville and Raymond. Breaking sports news when it happens on the Fan, Ohio sports destination.
It's time to add some spice to your nooner. Funny. This is the place where big-time guests, bold opinions, and little cute doggies come together. This is Rothman and Ice.
Sponsored by Pella Columbus, the #1 rated windows and doors in Columbus.
All right, back at it. High noon on a Monday. Rothman and Ice. Anthony Rothman, Matty Ice Hayes, the Cannon at the controls. Boys, good to see you.
It's good to see you, man. Good to see you. How you feeling today? You good? You good over there?
Feeling good.
Yeah.
Jackets home opener tonight. Had a nice weekend. Weather was great. Had the Gigi's dog walk for the old shelter rescue dogs, which was great yesterday at high noon. And it was noon to 4, but I was down there a little earlier, and I was hanging out with the dogs, and people were registering, and it was just such a wonderful thing to try to uplift all these other, foster-based rescues, and everybody kind of coming together for the first year was fun. And I know, and so I'm there at Nationwide Arena, I'm across the street in McPherson under the arch, and things are just getting started, and here comes Marchie walking across the street, fresh off his Hattie from the night before. Go get your cat. Bring him home. So that was kind of cool
man.
To see him post Hattie a little bit and just kind of strolling around. And everything was good. How was your weekend?
It's good, man. Relaxing for the most part. I really got nothing to complain about. And, the sports world was popping, man. A lot to get into, which we will. And you mentioned the Jackets. We got some tickets to hand away because hockey is back, and the Jackets battle the Devils tonight, the Avalanche on Thursday, and the Lightning on Saturday. So winner today is going to receive 2 tickets to Saturday's game against the Lightning. Get your tickets now at bluejackets.com. So a nice giveaway that we're doing today. We also are debuting a new segment here on Rothman and Ice called The Floor is Yours. So we've been talking about this the last couple of days. So what we're going to do, if you've missed our explanation about the new segment, is 1 o'clock. We're opening up the phone lines to you to rant about your sports team, whatever you want to rant about. We're going to put a shot clock on this thing, so you got to get in and you got to get out. No rant, not too much ranting here. So we're going to open up the lines at 1 o'clock, a new segment called The Floor is Yours. Really looking forward to hearing from you guys.
30 seconds.
Yeah.
And you get bounced.
Yeah.
24. I'm not giving you 30.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, wait. I thought it was
real
30.
shot clock.
I thought you guys said 30. You're doing the real shot clock.
We took it down to 24.
I thought we were going like old school college basketball,
All right, so
4 corners. All right.
So we got a little ticker in the background, so that way we're keeping track.
Yeah, this is what you guys will hear.
So we
tonight
call it, hey,
on
it's
60 Minutes.
Hey, it's Colin Dublin. I just want to talk about my Steelers. I had a big win against the Browns. Dylan Gabriel's offensive line couldn't block anything. See, we got a tight second countdown. Now it's getting a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
Oh, now my brain's all frantic. Oh, now we got 5 seconds. It's like a bomb, and I got to see how loud the scoreboard is.
So that's what you guys are doing. That's quite pressurized.
You thought that was too loud?
No. I'm just thinking, do you guys feel like the ticker is going to distract the caller?
Better not.
Okay, so they have to be unflappable in the pocket.
Yeah.
I feel like it's bearing down on you.
You got to stay locked in, AR.
Okay.
Yep. You got that linebacker coming around the edge there. You got to stand in the pocket and deliver the rock. Our listeners
it's
are built
funny,
for it.
the history, and I want to ask you if we can do this first.
Yeah.
All right, so you just said we got tickets.
Yeah, we do.
We never did the floor is yours for anything other than giving people an opportunity again to come on and talk about what they want.
Yeah.
Would you guys be okay? And we can decide this as a group. that we
I love show meetings on the air. This is
give
great.
the tickets to the best caller. And I don't think we need to incentivize them. I'm just saying for the debut of this,
Yeah, I'm here for that.
we could have some balloons fall from the ceiling a little bit. I'm not saying every week you do it, but since you just said we have tickets to give away to Tampa, and by the way, on home ice, we've actually beaten Tampa more times than not.
Love it.
In the last 10. So
I'm in on that. I'm absolutely in on that. Let's do it.
Okay. It's just a little bit of incentivized.
Yeah, I can rock with that.
Listen, when I first got to the station years ago, 8 decades ago, calls were a big part of sports radio, and I think they are for a lot of reasons. And what had happened was usually the caller in the beginning was a thing to connect us to the listener. That was pre-social media. Now you have YouTube chat, you have Twitter, you have all sorts of social media where we can interact.
Yeah.
Like I can go to my Twitter page. Oh, John just wrote me this. And so there is a connection. Exactly. Sorry, I missed out on that.
Twitter.
So what happened was we took calls a lot. And we would line up, we would say 821-9710. And a lot of people in our business would get accused of that being lazy radio. You were turning over that thing to the caller. What I always said was that most people that took calls, most hosts, in my mind, were solo hosts. It was the Russos, the Romes, the Patricks, the Colin Coward. They hosted shows alone, and the caller essentially became their co-host, right?
One of the homies. Yeah.
And then what happened, and then COVID happened. So then we all went home for a year and a half, almost. It was supposed to be a year and a half. We came back a little early. And when we got home, and you were home, and I was at the Tortoise, I didn't have a phone screen.
Yeah.
So we didn't pitch for callers during COVID. And you know what COVID was? COVID became the time stood still, but the calendar kept flipping. But time really stood still. And we went on the air because people are always asking me, how in the world did you do sports radio every day during COVID?
That's what my thought was going to be, was that would be a time to rely on the callers.
Right. So here's what happened. The history in my mind is that when we went home, we didn't know how long it was going to be. So we had about 3 or 4 questions to ask ourselves. When will they come back? Who will come back? When they come back, how will they come back? How will they play? And we talked about that for months. And every single day during COVID, I think whoever was listening, and I don't know how many people were, because they weren't normally in their routine. They weren't at work. They weren't in their cars.
Yeah.
Is that they maybe thought, okay, this is the day that the Big Ten decides. Like, I want to listen because this may be the day. And remember, I do believe at some point, I'd have to go back in history, Tom Brady was picking a team at some point. Like it felt like during either in the beginning of it or like there was some time where he was a free agent. We were determining that. NBA went in the bubble. NHL went into the bubble. Workplace was having a memorial tournament. You guys know it was one of the craziest wild times of my life. Being
you and Tiger.
Just out there on the range. Only like it was. Yeah. I have a video of it. It's almost like it's surreal to me now. And remember this. During COVID, they were still doing a virtual draft. An NFL draft. They did it virtually. That's when we got all those great videos of CeeDee's girlfriend ripping his burner phone.
Oh, my goodness.
And
Belichick's dog
making the pick. And
Cliff Kingsbury's mansion.
Yes.
Which is amazing.
With his no socks loafers look.
Where was Jerry? Jerry was on his yacht.
Jerry was on the yacht in the white pleather yacht. And then Goodell had the big jar of M&Ms, right? Or whatever it was, peanut M&Ms. And he was wearing his little sweater. It was like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood was narrating the draft.
Yeah, really.
I thought he was going to put on slippers and a cardigan.
Talking to the fans on his TV in the background.
And so there were things that were technically going on. And then when the SEC said, hey, we're playing, and then all the world came down on the Big Ten, and
Kevin
Warren, it was
Warren
like,
was a dead man walking.
He's thinking, I finally aired on player safety, and they're killing me for that now, too.
Well, what didn't help him was his son was also playing in the SEC. So people were like, oh, well, you'll let your son play down there, but you can't let us have Big Ten ball, Kevin?
So when people ask me, how in the hell did you fill it? That's what I tell them, what I just told you guys. Bobby and I, also The Last Dance came out. And Bobby and I were talking about that. And I remember Torts came on, and we were going through a history of when he first met Herb Brooks and all. Like, we were doing more featurey.
Oh, it was a wild
radio.
time. I mean, you and I were doing the show together, and it was the best radio I've ever done at home. Just kicking it in a hoodie
the draws.
on the couch in my
draws.
drawers, doing radio. Like, listen, I was not complaining, and I'm very jealous of Uncle Bo and the lifestyle he gets to live doing his show from the crib now, because that was a luxurious lifestyle that I got to enjoy for a small amount of time there in 2020.
And you don't want to celebrate it because it was such a tough time for a lot of people. And so when you and we want to be honest, and I've been honest when it came to that, working the memorial that year and being a select guy that went out there and walked with Tiger and Rory and no fans, no meet, like it was, but you want to show some compassion for the people that were out of work and all that. I do feel that if we knew then what we know now, as far as how long we were going to be away, I guarantee they would have furloughed us for a longer time because they didn't know. When they kicked us out, that's a strong word. When we decided to be leaders of the community.
Not like Rudy Gobert.
And go home.
The opposite of Rudy
not
Gobert.
Get in here and lick microphones and pass them off to each other.
Tough look for him.
We said, hey, we have the technology. We can go home and do this.
Yeah.
And I remember walking in and saying, hey, if this studio serves as home base to anyone, I'll take it. Because my internet's kind of shoddy. You have everything here. It feels normal. And I said, I'll take this as home base. And they said, well, the only people that are going to be here for home base is the producer, the producers. You guys shared studios like they did. And so when we went home, it was Bobby and I were doing the show during the last league standing in my mind was the Big East basketball tournament at MSG. They were still there with fans.
Yeah, I remember that day.
With fans.
I remember looking at the TV thinking, how long is this going to last?
Remember Hoiberg was at Nebraska and he became violently ill during the game and they said, oh, he's just got a little
bug.
He's got a little bug.
Yeah.
And then Big Ten, everybody starts going. And the Big East, and Bobby and I are doing the show, and that was the famous, speaking of callers, that was the famous guest from USA Today. We had a guest who we brought him on, and I remember asking him, hey, do you think they could have an NCAA tournament without fans? Because there was a thought that they might do it.
Yeah.
And they're like, what, are you nuts? You guys seeing they're closing Italy. And I'm like, yeah, I understand, but I'm trying to figure out whether they can continue some of the stuff and bubble it up. And they wound up bubbling things up. And so that was that time. So we get back, long story, longer. We come back from COVID, and I hadn't had a phone screen for 14 months. And I looked at Maddie. Maddie and I were actually doing the show together because Maddie and I started in August of 2020. So when we came back in May, you and I were doing the show.
Yeah.
And we looked at each other and said,
do you miss it?
It's not that we didn't miss it or not. It's we didn't know whether we truly needed it. Like that we felt like radio took a leap. Like it took an evolution leap. And I'm not saying it's bad or good. It's just because I was hosting shows with Spiels. Spiels would love to have callers. Get them on. They'll burn some minutes for us, and I can yell at them. Great. Perfect. Fire it up. 821-9710. And so and you guys were the brainchild. You guys are the brain trust of this. And I think it's cool that you can do it, but in a different way. It doesn't have to, you don't have to come in every day and say, all right, 1:15, open the phones. Just open them up. And then remember the callers would stay on hold for like 3 hours. Yeah. And then I'd start feeling guilty. This guy's on hold for 3 hours. Yeah. And I would tell you or somebody, I would say, hey, see if he's still on.
That's when I would host my own radio shows over there. That's
right. And then the other part of sports radio, and I'll lift the curtain a little more. When the phone screen that we'd have on the left would always have a one-liner. So Cole or you or anybody would type, hey, he wants to talk about this, the Jackets, this, that, and the other. And what it allows the host to do is to take the show exactly where he wants it to go and use the caller to do the paddling. Like, okay, I want to shift this. He wants to talk about something I want to talk about. Yeah. Let's shift it. Yeah. So there's your little history. But we're bringing it back.
Yes, sir. Top
What's
of the hour.
New.
The floor is yours. TLC, what's the number that they can call into to get on the line?
614-821-9710.
There you go.
I feel like I've said that number in my mind forever.
45 minutes away, folks. Looking forward to hearing from you.
And today is a special debut. The Jackets tickets will be up for grabs. So that'll be cool. All right, we'll come back. We'll diagnose the Buckeyes' victory. At one time, it was a 10-point lead, and it felt like 30, but we'll discuss it next. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
Are you fired up? Is it Monday? It must be Reaction Monday.
Sponsored by the Roofing Guys.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at runyondentalgroup.com. That's runyondentalgroup.com.
Everybody poops, everybody pees. Mommy, will you call Mr. Rooter, please? 'Cause I gotta poop and I gotta pee. Only Mr. Rooter can clear the drain for me. Thank you, Mr. Rooter.
Hi, everybody. We call it what it is at Mr. Rooter. When you have a plumbing or drain problem, the team at Mr. Rooter is ready 7 days a week. Call us today and take advantage of our $95 drain cleaning special. Visit us at MrRooter.com. We'll be there quick.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, I think I saw a fox on my way in.
Oh, that was the Carfax Carfox. He was congratulating us on our Carfax Top-Rated Service Center Award.
I have always rated Tire Discounters at the very top.
Oh, thanks. So does Carfax. And not just for tires, but for all our services, too.
Alignment, brakes, shocks and struts, and more.
Yes, sir.
But, Mike, do you think people believe Carfax over me?
Well, you are the Phantom tire buyer.
Exactly.
Hi, I'm Rick Germain for Toyota West. And with over 600 new and pre-owned vehicles available, Toyota West at I-270 and Georgesville Road has the car you're looking for. And right now at Toyota West, take advantage of 0 down and 0 payments until 2026. And every pre-owned vehicle comes with a 72-hour exchange policy plus a 3-month warranty for qualified vehicles. Come see us at the Germain Auto Mall on Georgesville Road or get started today at ToyotaWest.com. Offer expires 10/31. No payments for deferred payment. Interest accrues at time of inception with approved credit.
5 words no one wants to hear. You need a new roof. What do? Who do you call? How are you going to pay for it? Hey, it's Timmy Hall, and these are all questions that run through people's minds when they hear those 5 words. But if you pick up the phone and call Victor's Home Solutions, your new roof will be the easiest, most hassle-free home improvement project you'll ever do. Victor's has thousands of 5-star ratings for both customer service and high-quality installation. Plus, they offer a 50-year leak-free guarantee on every roof they install. And since no one wants to pay these high interest rates for a limited time, Victor's is offering 5-year, no-interest financing with minimum monthly payments for qualified buyers. So if you need a new roof, don't stress. Victor's Home Solutions has your back. It starts with a free 21-point roof inspection. It assesses the exact condition of your roof and what needs to be done next. Set up your inspection today. 866-VICTORS. That's 866-VICTORS or online at victors.com.
Helping a new driver get ready for their road test? Here's a convenient new way to make the most of your 50 hours of required practice driving time. The Road Ready Ohio app, available now at no cost to new drivers and their families. Road Ready Ohio keeps track of your driving experience together, providing feedback and safe driving tips. It even generates the documentation you need for the Ohio BMV. The Road Ready Ohio app, free to download in the Apple and Google App Stores.
At the Ohio Lottery, we make Keno fun, your way. That means you pick your wager. Will it be $1, $2, a crisp $20? Your call. Like picking your own numbers, use any inspiration you like. Birthdays, jersey numbers, you name it. And if you don't feel like choosing, there's the Super Quick Auto Pick. With regular promotions that'll get you more bang for your Keno buck, multiple ways to win, prizes galore, and live draws every few minutes. Anytime is the right time to get in on the Keno action. Keno is always fun, your way. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Wake up and laugh with the Bob and Tom Show on the Fan 2.
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10.
It says here they've won 5 Marconi Awards. I can't even spell Marconi. The Fan 2, Columbus's home of the Bob and Tom Show. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We kick off the work week with fantastic weather for fall. We'll have mid-70s and plenty of sunshine. And for overnight, those mostly clear skies prevail with their temperatures in the upper 40s to low 50s. For Tuesday, lots of sun and daytime highs topping out in the mid-70s, and we stay dry heading into the rest of the work week. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with a 10 weather impact forecast.
Bet365, the official online sports book of Rothman Ice. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Their live golf team name is Ice Dogs. You're listening to Rothman and Ice.
All right, 34-16. Sorry, it was
a little TLC right there. You took a page out of TLC.
I really did.
Right there. I like that.
My bad.
All
Not
good.
mean to do that.
All good. We heard you.
Multitasking.
Talking without my headphones on?
Or just like talking far away.
I was like,
from the
I was like,
microphone.
all right.
All right, Rothman, here
Yours was
we
great.
go.
Yours was you actually turned to the left.
Yeah.
And you just threw out a yeah.
Oh.
It was good. Like I was saying, Cole, dinner's ready. Come on down.
Okay, I'll be there in a second.
That's exactly right.
Ma, the meatloaf.
That's right. It was 20-10 third quarter. Did not feel like a 10-point game. It didn't. It felt like 30. It felt like there was never truly a doubt. But it was one of those games with Illinois that if you messed around and didn't bury them, they might feel like they could get a little confidence out of it.
A little blank around and find out, maybe?
No, I just think that was kind of the last stand for them in a way. Like, listen, the Gus Johnson and Klatt were talking about a lot of things. And I can't remember. There was something about, well, they could still sniff the playoff and whatever. Like, it didn't feel to me like you know how much they would need to happen. Like, the best thing that happened to them is that it was a 10-point game in the third quarter. The people that actually watched the game might say, you know what? They're not horrible. Like, the embarrassment they had in Indiana, okay, they kind of diluted that a little bit. But this was a game where Illinois was allowing, 250 yards passing a game, which is the worst in the Big Ten. So they tried to keep everything in front. You saw it all game. There was not one time, maybe there was one, that I could, in my mind, say, wow, Illinois blitzed Cyan. Like it was a traditional passing down. Yeah. It was 3rd and 8. It was 3rd and 5. It was whatever. Like they're at 3rd and 6. They sent 4 every single time. Like the O-line, first of all, is very good for Ohio State. And they're giving Cyan a ton of time to locate underneath. And to his credit, he's very coachable. Incredibly coachable, very accurate, doesn't need a lot of the spotlight. He's just a player. Mm-hmm. And when they did send a blitzer, and it wasn't very often, Ohio State had the perfect run play called the other way. Like they identified it. And so there wasn't a whole lot that Illinois could do defensively other than, hey, if we're going to stay in this game, we're not giving up the home run. And I thought before the game, we were talking on the tailgate show, I said, that's who they are. If Altmaier can hit 2 passes of 50 yards or more, they feel like they have a chance. But the other part I've noticed, and I've noticed this again about Coach Day, first drive, really good drive, 4th and 2, inside the 10. What does he do? He takes 3. I'm taking 3. I'm on the road. I'm not going to let this drive get away from me. And psychologically, I'm going to keep my team where I need them mindset-wise. There was no fear if they would have gone for it on 4th and 2 inside the 10 on the first drive and not get 7 that they would have lost the game. Right. It's not that. But I've just kind of noticed this, that he's leaning more towards situational psychology. I'm taking the points. We had a great drive. We're not going to have nothing to show for it.
I think you can do that as a coach when you know you got a really, really good defense. And I think you can make those decisions and not have to feel like, hey, I got to be desperate with this play call and maybe be overly aggressive in this situation because we have to have a certain amount of points to keep up with the opposing team. And with this year's defensive unit, those are the decisions I think you can make. And so just another really good outing, I think, for the most part, from the old Scarlet and Gray. You know, Coach Day is heavy on that middle 8, right? And just going into the to halftime, coming out of halftime. What do you do in those minutes there as a team? And
wasn't good.
It wasn't very good. Yeah, it was not very good. But I do think they did a good job of playing complementary football in the third quarter after Illinois didn't cut it to 20-10, because you had the good Brandon Ennis return. You had the offense march down the field, 60-plus yards that led to that CJ touchdown. And then after that, you have the Jermaine Matthews strip with Curry picks it up. And then that's followed by a JJ touchdown. That window of time for me was big-time stuff, because we knew that Illinois coming into this game that they were going to get theirs in spots. Again, it's the thing that I keep going back to. Can you go blow for blow with this Ohio State team? More importantly, this defense and opposing offenses are showing right now that that's just not the case. But I like that in that pocket of the game right there, AR, both sides of the ball helped each other out. And I just thought that blitz that was drawn up by Matt Patricia was timely, and Jermaine Matthews did a good job of not just getting home and trying to tackle Altmaier, but realizing in the moment on the fly, I got a chance to strip the ball from his hand. He did that. Curry picks it up, and then JJ ices it with a touchdown there. That was kind of the game for me right there, and some good stuff from the squad.
Oh, yeah. Well, listen, once they answered the 20-10, once they answered the third quarter where they were 4th and 1 at the 6, and by the way, then he is going for it. Now he's up 10, third quarter, needs a momentum switch.
Yeah.
Feels good about it, goes for it, sneaks it, gets it. CJ does what he does and power in. Maybe he missed his gap, but he spun in. 27-10, now you feel really good about it. Now you can get more aggressive defensively. Matthews on that long blitz from the wide side. Altmaier doesn't see him. You get the strip sack. Curry recovers, and now it's over. And so they were situationally very good, Ohio State, outside of the early in the second half, where Illinois, with the tempo, was working well, and they got to the 2. The interesting part about it is, and the defense, I'm glad you talked about the defense, because I've talked about the defense. They're playing as big in big moments as I've seen this season. I think that's important. And because when Illinois got to the 2, and Curry had that great tackle on Altmaier, where Altmaier looked like he was going to get in, and Curry got him. And then McDonald probably had, I thought, the defensive play of the game, really, when he had to kind of, that great tackle on the shovel pass, and he had to reach back. Yeah. And then Illinois does what a lot of underdogs do that feel like they're back in a game. They commit a false start, and now they got to take a field goal. The guy in the end, far end away, his own players are yelling at him. That's when you're that big of an underdog, and you have to play perfectly to even stay in a game, and you do that, and then Bielema had to take 3.
You know what that's like, AR?
Just to get the goose egg off the board.
It's like when an underdog in baseball hands the better team more than 27 outs.
Drop a foul ball.
You can't do it, right? Like, you cannot have it when you are my Cincinnati Reds and you're playing the Los Angeles Dodgers. You can't hand them 2-3 extra outs, and that's what this year's Ohio State team is, to where when you feel like you're in a game, and they were when it got to 20-10, even though I think the vibes amongst Buckeye Nation were, hey, they're going to get it done, and I felt that way too. You have to stay out of your own way, and Illinois couldn't do it more times than not. Ohio State's going to make you pay.
Part of this game, a lot of this game was on third down because Illinois refused to blitz, getting it to their guys. And here's the other thing, and this is where you kind of bludgeon them a little bit, because I remember one third down play earlier in the game where he swung it to Max Clare, and there was 2 Illinois defenders who thought, okay, he's at least not going to get the first, and he just blew him up. And so they tried that. It actually did keep them in the game. Yeah. And Ohio State's red zone and the run game and them having a little blunt force trauma needs to get a little more physical, because they've been so good at the point of attack that I'm a little surprised they haven't been able to kind of roll it in the running game. But I love the fact that on the road against a team that felt like this is our last stand, Ohio State did not give them moments, too many moments of, okay, wait a minute, we can beat them.
Yeah, for sure.
It always felt like Ohio State had the psychological edge in the game.
I agree. I like that you brought up the rushing component of this, because to me, there's a little bit of meat left on the bone there. I don't think that anything that's crazy concerning there, but when you're Ohio State and the number 1 team in the country, I don't think at this point you want to be 9th in the conference in rushing yards per touch. I don't think that's where they want to be. But I think to your point, though, about Illinois and what we didn't see as far as how aggressive they were trying to get after Julian, when you have Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate and their ability on the outside to make big plays, combined with some of the things that we've seen from Max Clare, especially the last 2 weeks. I think Max Clare is kind of rounding into form here right before our eyes. I think he had a nice catch on a second and long after Illinois cut it to 20 and 10. That helped out the offense. So you're looking at almost 10 catches between the last 2 games for Max Clare with over 100 yards. That trio right now, Tate, Clare, and Jeremiah Smith, are doing damage. And I think that's why defensive coordinators aren't going to dare to blitz, because with those guys in one-on-one coverages, with with Julian, with how efficient he is and how accurate he's been, you don't want to play that game because that'll burn you.
I think what's killing Bielema is, I had more first downs, I had more passing yards, I had less penalties, but what he did have was a lot more turnovers. And that's what's going to kill you. 34-16, the final. Ohio State stays undefeated. 2 minutes, we come back with our friend Jim Lachey. We'll let him analyze the run game for all of us. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
The season may be winding down, but there's still time to make the most of Buckeye Lake. At Buckeye Lake Marina, we have year-end deals on boats, accessories, and more to get you ready for next year's adventures. Looking to upgrade? The Buckeye Lake Marina staff is there to help you find the perfect boat at unbeatable prices. Buckeye Lake Marina has a long list of satisfied customers and want you to be the next. Don't wait. Sail into savings at Buckeye Lake Marina before the year ends and find the boat that's just right for you. Visit BuckeyeLakeMarina.com for more.
Looking for bold flavors and award-winning spirits? High Bank Distillery is your destination for handcrafted cocktails, locally inspired dishes, and Whiskey War, the nationally recognized whiskey. Stop by their Grandview, Gahanna, and Westerville locations this week. Dine, drink, distill at High Bank.
People can't say enough amazing things about Vanscoy Hair Clinics. Men and women struggle with hair loss every day, and they completely change their lives. Vanscoy Hair Clinics is the only company in Ohio that has PRP, platelet-rich plasma, and the multi-unit hair grafting hair transplant procedure. Go to vanscoyhair.com for more info or call 614-432-8042. Here's what some of their hair transplant clients have said.
Around 26, 27, I lost almost all of my hair on top. It changed my life in ways that I could not imagine.
My hair is going to continue growing for the rest of my life.
There is hope that you can do something about your hair loss.
Multi-unit hair grafting gives you 3 times more hair per procedure, saving you time and money. Hair transplants are more affordable than ever, and PRP is a fast, easy, and effective 45-minute treatment for thinning or damaged hair. Call Vanscoy for a free consultation, 614-432-8042, or visit vanscoyhair.com. That's 614-432-8042. Find out what procedure will restore your hair.
Looking to get your roof or siding replaced this fall? Call the company that delivers an excellent customer experience every time. Newman Roofing. Don't wait. Call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
Rothman and Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Always as tender as a well-done steak. This is Rothman and Ice.
All right, Buckeyes, bring it back home. 36-14 over Illinois. 34-16, rather. And our friend Jim Lachey is on with us now on the Bryan Heating Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. All right, my man, good to have you on. And you pile up another win. How good did it look to you? And give us a little bit of your takeaways, good, bad.
Well, I think when you see Ohio State, go out there in a rowdy crowd, the orange out, and then next thing you know, with the turnovers, the Buckeyes are sitting there, leading 20-0. It kind of put a damper on the crowd, and with that, it kind of took a little life, out of Illinois, what they want to accomplish. I think that defensively, obviously, they want to keep everything in front of them. They were able to do that. We really didn't have a whole lot of big plays in the passing game. I think our longest reception was to Max Clare for 22 yards. Jeremiah had an 18-yarder. Bo Jackson, 17-yarder into the end zone. So we really didn't get the deep passes like we did against Minnesota, right, when Carnell had 3 for 40-plus in that game. But they come back and score. It's 23.5. They got the ball, thinking, okay, defense, get a stop. Well, they don't. They get that the TD run, and it was the first TD that this defense has given up all year, which comes in the second half of your 6th ball game. Your defense is playing pretty well, and then they got an answer, and Ohio State was able to answer. They got 27-10. They went back, took that next drive, back in the end zone, and then, hey, just another fumble, right? And Ohio State picks that up and goes up 34-10. And, basically at that point, it's kind of killing the clock, knowing that, hey, we're going to win this game. We got a comfortable lead. They start substituting a little bit of, some of the guys on the defense and, getting some guys in there to make some plays. And, it came out with a convincing victory, an 18-point victory on the road against a ranked football team. And, I thought offensively, certainly some things to look at, because of the short fields with the 3 turnovers, the yards aren't going to be there, and they weren't. Barely got over 100 yards rushing. The number that kind of sticks out to me is a 2.9 per attempt. Generally you want that over the 4, right? Because everybody can do math. I mean, if you average 4+ yards per carry, you run the ball 3 times, you pick it up first downs. You can count on that, no matter what the weather conditions are like. So that's something that they need to work on. And then, you want to limit them to below 2.2 yards per carry. Ohio State was able to do that. They held them to 47 yards total and, 1.7 average per. And they got, 23 of that came on one play. So the run defense was there. Rush offense, something they need to work on. But to go in there and to get a victory, it says here at 6-0, you played, 2 teams on the road, and, you came up victorious. So they got another road trip this week to Wisconsin, who's obviously ailing, coming off that shutout, the first shutout that they've had since 1980 to Iowa. And, that's after Iowa beat them last year 42-10. And, Coach Fickle had him doing 42 push-ups every chance they could get the whole offseason. And now they're doing 37 this year. So it's one of those things.
Worst first season since Barry's first year, I think, since Alvarez's first year.
It is. And it doesn't look like their schedule's getting any easier. But Ohio State being number 1, they're going to get everybody's best shot. And we got, Illinois' best shot and was able to handle them and take care of business. So that'll be the case again.
Jim, on offense and defense, the vibes are pretty good right now, and rightfully so. But let's lock in on special teams right now, right? Because these are some of the things that can come back to haunt you when you're playing some of the elite teams in the college football playoff. When you look at the punting situation and some of the other things that we've seen on special teams right now that are a little clunky, what are your thoughts on that and how they need to get that corrected?
Well, we made the field goal, so that was positive. But the punting is something that has to be looked at. We had 4 punts in that ball game, end up averaging, 37, 38 yards per punt. That's something that, you got to look at. And then not only the fact that, but we had a couple delayed games. So I don't know if that was intentional, to give them a little bit more room or just trying to get the right people in the ball game to make sure that they had 11 out there for the punt team. But there's always something you got to look at in special teams, for Ohio State is, our kickoff coverage was great. We had, a couple tackles inside the 20. That's positive. Our return game had a lot of touchbacks, really not too many opportunities, to get it on the return, although I think, Brandon Ennis did bring one out to the 37, which was good, help, get that drive started. But I think the one thing that does kind of, you want your punter to average at least, I think minimum 42 yards per punt, for a high-powered offense. So something, there's always something you're going to have to work on, and that's something that, people will keep their eye on. But overall, good with the special teams, but some areas there that you got to get some improvement on.
Jim, are you surprised that the run game isn't more explosive, or are you kind of looking at it as an evolution? It's been a committee. I know Bo's kind of taking the lead a little bit here, but where are you generally speaking on the run game? You've just kind of in a vacuum, how it looks to you.
Well, I thought the running in the red zone was positive. We saw C.J. Donaldson, pound through and get in the end zone a couple times, and that's kind of been almost a game. Every game he finds a way to get in the end zone, and he was able to do that. But yeah, again, like I said, when you look at it and you kind of break it down, we're not getting maybe the movement we need. It seems like we're kind of running into a wall several times. So you got to create gaps. You got to create some space. The old adage, man, if the offensive line can get the running back to the linebacker level. You're picking up 4 or 5 yards, and then it's up to the back to make plays after that. And I don't think we were doing that in this game. So that's something that whether it's play design, execution, personnel. It's something that they're all going to have to look at and figure out how to be a little bit more of a dominant run team, because sooner or later there will be a game where you got to be able to pound the football. And Ohio State's coming off last week's performance, won there. Again, their average went from about 180, 185 yards per game down to 160 with that 106-yard performance. So it's again just. You're halfway through the season. You're 6-0. You've won 10 straight games as a group, but haven't played the perfect game. So I think there's a lot of good coaching there for the players to go out there and get it done. But the way this defense has been playing, the offense just has to, not turn the ball over and put some drives in the end zone. You're going to win a lot of them right now. So I think it's, growing still on offense. Defense had a great game plan, forced 2 fumbles, got that, key interception off a tip pass when Peyton Pierce was in the right spot at the right time and, was able to come up with that football and get a little return off of that. And the good thing is that when we got those turnovers, Ohio State responded offensively and put it in the end zone. So you got to be complimentary football, and that was complimentary for Ohio State, working with their defense right now. So, how do you win? People just want to know about how many. It's not how you did it. It's how many points you had at the end of the ball game. And, certainly when people that don't watch the game and tune in and say, oh, Ohio State, won by 18, that was a good win, and you'll take those good wins on the road. And again, this was a 4-game stretch where 3 of them are on the road, and they got 1 more to go, so they're taking care of business right now. They knocked out the first 2. Now they got to do it again, have a little bye week, and then come back for the final 5 games of the year. But isn't it crazy? We're already at 6 games. I mean, it's the season flies by once you get into it.
Yeah, but like you said, it is setting up nicely right now for this team to keep rising in some areas that they want to keep improving, because you're right. When you outscore your opponents 221-41 this season so far, not too much to be upset about. Jim, thanks so much, buddy. Have a great week. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, and taking calls, man. I'm going to definitely tune in at 1 o'clock. That'll be fun. It's been a while. Buckeye Roundtable we used to take calls, but Skip had to cut them off for too much alcohol intake by a lot of our callers. So you don't have to worry about that at 1 o'clock, I hope.
Even the coaches used to take calls at some point.
A long time ago, we did. It made our job a little bit easier, right? You just kind of let the callers take over. It'll be a lot of fun to listen to that. So I'm looking forward to that 1 o'clock.
Thanks, my man. All right, appreciate you, Jim. Take care.
Thanks, Jim.
See you.
The one and only Jim Lachey on the Bryant Heating Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. We come back and we party like a Roth star next. Rothman and Ice in the Fan.
Oh, hi, fellow hockey fan. Did you know that it's Blue Jackets week? Of course you did. Proud to be your home for the Jackets, the Fan.
It's officially fall at Firehouse Subs. The Thanksgiving turkey sub is back. This sub brings all the flavors of the Thanksgiving table into one crave-worthy bite. Stacked high with premium carved turkey, rich stuffing, and cranberry sauce. Add a side of warm, savory gravy for ultimate holiday comfort. Hurry to Firehouse Subs today and try the Thanksgiving turkey sub before it's gone. Limited time at participating Firehouse Subs restaurants while supplies last. Planning a tailgate or game day spread? Firehouse Subs Catering makes it easy to feed the whole crew.
Great Lakes Hyundai. The savings are so good.
Now at Great Lakes Hyundai, lease a new 2026 Hyundai Tucson SE for just $189 a month. You heard it, $189. Plus get owner assurance and America's best warranty. 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage. Only at Great Lakes Hyundai, Columbus or Dublin, or GLakesHyundai.com. With approved credit, $39.95 down plus taxes, fees, first month payment, 10 miles per year, ends 11/3.
Hey, Buckeye fans. As the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, Roosters is kicking off an incredible giveaway you won't want to miss. This football season, we're giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. 3 drawings, 12 winners with prizes including tickets, sideline passes, and 3 trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Go to roosterswings.com to register and see all the details. 3 drawings, 12 amazing prizes. Register today and every day. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with low prices in every aisle. Kroger shoppers never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Right now, USDA Choice Boneless Beef Chuck Roasts are on sale. Just $7.99 a pound with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Away game this week, but that just means you can make the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus your home for Saturday football. Join the Fan for the tailgate show and then party with us with the ultimate watch party. We have football contests with amazing prizes. There's wall-to-wall screens, ticket and memorabilia giveaways, and unbeatable game day food. Can't wait to see you at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook on Saturday. Must be 21 or older to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Football season's heating up, and so are the deals at Germain Toyota. Right now, drive home a rugged 2025 Toyota Tacoma with 2.99% APR for up to 48 months, or go big with the all-new 2026 Toyota Tundra, also 2.99 APR for up to 72 months. Built tough, built smart, built for whatever your game day brings. Find your next Toyota at Germain Toyota at the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road, or start your next adventure online at GermainToyota.net. Germain Toyota of Columbus. See dealer for details.
Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Give the gift everyone wants. Fun in your own game room. Billiards Plus has gifts for everyone. Pool tables, shuffleboard tables, card tables, grills, and more. With professional delivery and installation, you'll beat the last-minute scramble. Reserve yours now. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Join the Fan weeknights at 6 for the Buckeye Show. And if you're asking if it's just a bunch of homers rooting for all things Ohio State, yes it is. Proud to be your flagship home of the Buckeyes, the Fan, Ohio sports destination. All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Let's all gather into the Kiki. It's time to party like a Roth star.
All right, Ice.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
I want you to lead us. Are you ready? I don't know why I said that. Like Triple H.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
But why do you think we're going to have the same guy?
No, honestly don't know. That's the beauty of this thing, man, especially when we got so many different things happening at the same time. I'm very curious to see what you got cooked up over there today.
Well, the first one's going to be fairly easy for me, and I think you probably know where I'm going.
Fernando?
Not Fernando.
Mendoza.
Not really Fernando.
Okay.
You can't convince me that I would see this day. You can't. That was the biggest win in Indiana football. I don't want to say program history because they've been to a couple Rose Bowls, and this was way back. And Dylan G this morning asked me, hey, has Indiana ever won a Big Ten title? I'm like, 1967. They went to the Rose Bowl. Before that, it was right after the war. So, I mean, come on. Like, this is not the Indiana football program. I think this is accurate. I think they have the most losses. Sean McDonough would know. The most all-time losses of any program in the history of NCAA Division I football. The most.
Yeah.
Now FBS, obviously. Fifth worst all-time winning percentage. Like, this is crazy stuff. So it's really Kurt Cignetti is smoke him if you got him. The SIG is 17-2, I believe, at Indiana.
Unreal.
Like, he has turned them into a football school overnight. Right time, right coach, right era of college football. I think it's the biggest win in program history since 1987 here in Columbus. It's the biggest win in almost 60 years. It's what it feels like. They haven't. I think they have single-digit like consensus All-Americans. Not on this team. Lifetime. Like, this isn't a team littered with 4 and 5 stars. This is an absolute culture-based transfer portal coach that believes culture change, and they've had they've had some coaches who've made some noise. Bill Mallory, in my time, Tom Allen, Signetti. They've had a couple. But he's the only college football coach to ever have started 10-0 with 2 different teams in consecutive seasons, and now he's going for another one. And like I said, they've had some run, but you got to give it to them. This is weird to go to ESPN.com and look up rankings and not just slide down to the bottom to see if they're in the top 25. They're at 3. So Indiana football living large right now.
From basketball school to football powerhouse. Is that what you're telling me?
Sustainable, I don't know. But in this era, maybe anything's possible.
It is just cool to see. It's cool to see because he came into this thing, that being Signetti, he was talking his talk, saying all I do is win, winning follows me, and he wasn't lying.
And I asked him if he felt he could win there, and then he's like, well,
check the tape. You know who I am? I'm Kirk Signetti. All I do is win, win, win.
And
no
I
matter
crushed him, Maddie, in the beginning for his pep talk stuff and the stupid corny stuff.
He was talking spicy.
But then I heard him say after the game against Oregon, he said, you know what? I did what I felt I had to do last year. Now it's all business. Meaning I said what I had to say. I thought it was stupid, but it was pep talk coach.
It was.
Get caught up in that, yeah.
AR, I would have to, if I had to guess, 98.9% of coaches around football would never do that and call out a program like Ohio State and do those things the way that he did.
Call out Purdue. It's a lot easier.
Correct.
Yeah.
Not the big dog of the conference. First candidate for me. As an AFC fan, I'm getting a little scared. Because Pat Mahomes is back. Pat Mahomes is officially back. When you look at the last 3 games for this man, against Baltimore, 25 of 37, 4 touchdowns. In a loss on Monday Night Football against Jacksonville, he played well again, in my opinion. 29 of 41, 318, a touchdown, 6 for 60 on the ground, and another trip to the end zone. And then last night on Sunday Night Football, number 15, 22 of 30, 257, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, 10 carries, 32 yards, and another trip to the end zone. Pat Mahomes is officially locked in. He gets Rashee Rice starting this week. He is back, and this is a terrifying thing for me as an AFC fan, because this guy rounding into this form again is not what we need to be seeing. Because the defense, the offense has been kind of clunky the last couple of years. Defense has been dominant. But if this guy and that offense are going to get back to making big plays again and being more efficient, it could get scary again for all of us. But Pat Mahomes, got to give it to him, man. He is on it again. And last night against the Lions, he was partying like a rock star.
Yeah. This was the last man standing in a really just mash unit backfield. Both of USC's top running backs had already been, I think, carted up the tunnel. And 2 of the top linemen were in street clothes against Michigan. And this kid, this is a great story. Redshirt, he's a walk-on, freshman walk-on, King Miller. And not long ago, he was buried on the depth chart, preferred walk-on guy. And he chose USC over other opportunities, knowing he might not get his shot. And he's the one that broke the game open and blasted Michigan this weekend. And we knew that Lincoln Riley, who came into this weekend with like 4-0 victories and 15 tries over ranked teams, like he needed that. But the fact he got it from this kid is amazing. You know, twice in the past 50 years, a walk-on has ever scored a touchdown at USC.
Wow.
And the most recent one was himself earlier this season. King Miller.
Yeah.
King for more than a day, partying like a rock star.
Second candidate for me. I don't know what Rico Dowdle was eating for breakfast on Sundays now, but he needs to keep eating the same darn thing, because this man has turned into Bo Jackson right before our eyes. Rico Dowdle against
Ohio State?
Maybe make that count too with the way that he's looking. The OG Bo Jackson. Man, Rico Dowdle is so on it right now.
The Rico revenge game, man.
Yeah, man, against his former team, the Dallas Cowboys. 30 carries, $183. And, I mean, last week, 23, 206. and a touchdown. He's averaging 5.8 yards per carry this season. The last 2 games, it was 9 yards per carry last week against Miami. And against his old teammates, it was 6 yards per carry yesterday. Per True Media, Rico Dowdle is the first NFL running back in the last decade to rush for 180 or yards more in a game without at least one rushing touch of 20 yards or more. So this guy is just bludgeoning defenses throughout the game. He stepped up for Chuba Hubbard. He's taking advantage of this situation, and he has been fun to watch. And I'm sure he is winning some fantasy weeks for some folks out there. Rico Dowdle, partying like a Ross star.
All right. That's party for this week. Coming up top of the hour, the floor is yours.
Here we go.
614-821-9710. Rant away, 30 seconds. You'll be on a shot clock. And up for grabs today, CBJ ticks.
Yes.
Stick close. Rothman Ice and the Fan.
There's nothing Bo Bishop can't do well, except find competent co-hosts. Bishop and Friends.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Get Eco.
Hey, Aaron, what are we going to do with these 41 new trucks you bought?
Those extra trucks are to make sure that we can always send someone to the rescue when a customer needs us.
Plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians to the rescue.
Give it away, plumbers, genius electricians, and gonna keep you warm all winter, HVAC technicians.
Get Eco.
Aaron, you bought those 41 new trucks at exactly the right time.
I know, Jerry, because everyone everywhere is needing help with their furnace right now.
Summertime is when furnaces develop problems.
The contacts and relays and sensors get all wonky.
Because summertime is when furnaces are not being used.
And our technicians can unwalk them.
Get Eco.
If you need someone to unwalk your furnace, get Eco.
Our technicians can unwalk anything.
And with 41 new trucks, they can get there fast. Give it away, plumbers, genius electricians, and gonna keep you warm all winter, HVAC technicians.
GetEco.com.
More and more these days, people who are in pain are taking control of their health and looking beyond traditional medicine. Hey, it's Tyvis Powell. People just like you are finding lasting relief without steroids, medication, or surgery. Right here in Columbus at QC Kinetics, you'll be treated by highly regarded orthopedic surgeon Dr. Ray Tesner, founder of Grant Sports Medicine. Here's how it works. Your blood contains tiny but mighty healing tools. At QC Kinetics, Dr. Tesner and his team get to the root of where your pain stems from, right down to the cells involved. By putting these natural elements to work, your body can revitalize your joints, literally using your own power to heal. It's a simple injection, not a hospital stay. It's fast, all natural, and there's no downtime. If your back, knees, or shoulders are keeping you from enjoying life, explore all your options before you agree to more pills or surgery. Find out if you're a good candidate. Go to qckinetics.com/Columbus or call 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544.
Our clients deserve for us to care, and they deserve to feel serviced. They have questions, and they deserve answers. We're counselors first because I'm not selling them anything. I'm trying to teach clients how to protect themselves. At Curtis & Associates, we're personal injury attorneys. We've helped and continue to help hundreds and hundreds of clients every year. That's important to us. If you've been injured in an accident and it's not your fault, call now. 614-GOT-HURT. That's 614-GOT-HURT. Curtis & Associates. Attorneys who care.
Is your business craving efficiency? Is it hungry for productivity? Then there's a tech solution you should implement now if you want to crush your KPIs and you also want BLTs or burrito bowls or like bagels. It's called EasyCater, one platform for ordering food from a huge variety of restaurants for all your workplace needs. From falafel for the finance team to lasagna for the lunch and learn. Plus tools to help you save time and stay on budget. Ready to nail your deliverables? Order now at easycater.com.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter? Right? And the best part? They accept Discover. Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
Open a money market account at Kemba Financial Credit Union and enjoy a 4.00% APY intro rate until July 2026, 6 times the national average. Maintain easy access to your funds and secure financial stability. Don't miss out. Offer expires October 31st, 2025. Visit Kemba.org. Restrictions apply. Advantage status and $5,000 minimum and $1 million maximum deposit required. APY equals annual percentage yield. Comparison based on FDIC average, federal insured by NCUA.
Newman Roofing, as part of its 2025 Commitment to Community initiative, is proud to recognize individuals who have made an impact for people of all abilities. This week, we would like to honor Caden Cox. Caden made history as the first person born with Down syndrome to play and score in a college football game. His remarkable journey was featured on ESPN's College Game Day, and his football memorabilia is proudly displayed in the Chick-fil-A College Football Hall of Fame. This Down Syndrome Awareness Month, Newman Roofing is proud to join forces with 10 TV and The Fan in celebrating our ongoing commitment to the community.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good afternoon, I'm Tyler Danberg. Blue Jackets host the Devils tonight at 7 in their home opener. Coverage on The Fan starts at 6:30. College football, Ohio State stays atop the AP Top 25. Miami then at 2, Indiana 3, Texas A&M 4, Ole Miss 5. College hoops, Ohio State sits just outside the preseason AP Top 25, receiving the 30th most votes. Purdue the preseason number 1. NFL tonight, Bills visit the Falcons at 7:15. Bears at Commanders to follow at 8:15. Three-time Pro Bowler Zadarius Smith announced his retirement today after 11 seasons, parts of 2 with the Browns. Baseball, Padres manager Mike Shildt is retiring after back-to-back 90-win seasons. ALCS Game 2, Mariners visit the Blue Jays, and LCS Game 1, Dodgers at the Brewers. This update sponsored by Roosters. Roosters is giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. Tickets, sideline passes, trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Register today at roosterswings.com.
Hitting a hole in one into your ear hole. Ew. This is Rothman and Ice.
All right, back at it, hour number 2. We're going to open the phone lines for you for a chance to win CBJ ticks. And not just, hey, did I win? No, you got to have some sort of a take. By the way, and the number again, 821-9710. We'll put jacket tickets on the spot today for the best caller. I just saw the stat real fast. Kurt Cignetti's record versus top 10 Big Ten teams the last month, 2-0. James Franklin record versus top 10 Big Ten teams, 1-18.
Oof. Oof. And whoever steps into those shoes over there, in Penn State country, the expectation is to go win a national championship when you let a guy go that built some of the things that James Franklin did. So it'll be a high-paying job, but it'll be a very pressure-packed job as well for whoever takes over.
It is, but it isn't in a way. Yes, there's pressure to be good, and I get that. But, man, you want to talk about the opposite of following Saban. Like, this is like buying as low as possible as a coach.
But I think the program is telling us what they expect. And whether they're realistic or not, they think that their head coach should be contending for national championships. So the next guy's got to at least show them that, I think, in the first 3 years or something like that. So
well, in this era, you take all the money you can and you throw it at the players. Like, in a weird way, if I had $50 million to tell James Franklin to go away, I'd almost say, like, man, couldn't we find $50 million to go out and buy some great players? Isn't he good enough to coach average players to big victories? My point is, I said this to you 3 years ago, that I wonder when we're going to get to the era where some of these schools are like, hey, let's spend less on the coach and a lot more on the players.
I don't know. TLC?
All right, so
let
me ask you this question first. Because you've got a lot to do over there. You have a lot of pots on the stove. You have the ticker going. You got calls to take. And so I'm not going to kill you if you can't put on like 8 people. Like, I want you to we want this to be fairly seamless. So do you have a couple lined up at least? All right, that you can go to?
And if I turn on my own microphone, that might help.
And who is this going to be?
We're going to start all the way out in Monterey, California with Andrew.
Monterey, California. That's incredible. Give me a tea time at Pebble. All right, is this Andrew you said? Andrew, you on the line?
Hey, guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you. All right, Andrew, thanks for being our the maiden voyage here on The Floor is Yours. So you're going to get 30, and when you hear TLC hit the ticker, we'll give you the go-ahead, all right? You ready?
Got it.
All right. Go ahead, TLC. Knock it away. All right, you're up.
Hey, guys. So I live out in Monterey. I was listening to the Jackets game on the radio the other night, the first game against Nashville. I don't know if you'd noticed, but the organists played Hail to the Victors when the Blue Jackets scored. The goal ended up getting taken away, but credit to them for doing their homework. Nice troll move. I hate Michigan as much as the next guy, but I got to.
Okay. I appreciate that. I think that's a Buckeye fan right there, AR, digging in a little bit. A little pettiness going on. Did you like that?
I didn't hear it.
Okay.
He's saying at Nashville.
Yes.
When they scored, they played Hail to the Victor. I did not hear it.
I'm here for that type of stuff in sports.
Well, I
like a little pettiness.
Here's the funny part. And this would never happen. But we got some Michigan dudes on this team here. And that they didn't do the scoring, but I'm just saying it must have felt at home to them.
It does, but that ain't never flying in Nationwide.
No, it's not that we wanted to hear it, but Zach was like, that sounds familiar. Yeah,
right.
It's not a bad thing. I wish it was us. All right, Andrew.
Call from Andrew
good job.
right there. Hey, and if you're just now hopping on and thinking to yourself, what the heck are these guys doing? This is a new segment we're starting here called The Floor is Yours, where you call in, you get to rant about your favorite sports team or anything that happened in sports. So we just want to hear from you guys. So Andrew from Cali.
Amazing.
Hopping on. That's good stuff.
You know what I feel like? Like I'm looking over there at TLC, and we just kind of threw this at him. He's answering phones, typing the screen, and doing the shot clock at the same time. All right, who's up next?
Technically doing the dump button. All right, we got Jamie and Sunbury.
All right, Jamie, you ready? Oh, I heard it. Speaking of a dump button, I think he just dumped him right off the air.
Scott in Westerville.
Scott, what's up, Scott?
Yes, sir.
All right, Scott.
Not much. Thank you, gentlemen, so very much.
Take it away.
All right?
Yes, we got you.
The floor is yours.
If Flacco's leg doesn't fall off, somehow we string together a win against the Steelers and, like everybody else, the Jets, I will not give up on this Bengals organization, but I'm real close.
Okay, and you're saying real quick.
Those tickets.
Okay, you're talking about maybe finding another team?
No,
okay,
no.
Just on the season.
I'm not going to give Mr. Brown any money for tickets. I will still follow this team.
Fair enough.
Scott came down in transition and just launched a 3.
Yeah, I like
Didn't even need all the 30.
Hey.
Well done. By the way, he said exactly what I said last week. I just can't quit them yet. All right.
There's 2 teams in the AFC North for you that are, I think, Cincinnati and Baltimore. They both lose this past weekend.
Well, they did exactly what we said they were going to do. Everybody was going to lose. Pittsburgh was going to win. They're going to be 4-1. We're going to hand them the division, and now here we are. Okay. All right, who's next? I know you got a lot going on over there.
I do. I got 2 sets of headphones going on. Let's go to Danny in Delaware.
Danny in Delaware.
Yes. So my take is the Browns just suck. You know it's bad when I call my 68-year-old mom, and first thing she says is the only reason why Stefanski hasn't been fired is because he's attractive. Other than that, the Browns suck. They're terrible, but love Quinshon Judkins. Go Buckeyes.
Hey,
well done. That's a good call. By the way, he was going to take another call. I said, hey, ticker. But he didn't use it all anyway, so that was good. Listen, he's got a nice beard. Stefanski's a good-looking dude. Seems like doesn't come off overly arrogant. But
no, very level-headed guy. It was news to me a couple years. I didn't know that Kevin Stefanski, if we were doing a good-looking rankings for all the head coaches, that he'd be pretty high up there according to the streets. So, yeah, that's not the first time I've heard that from Danny. So good call right there, Danny. Appreciate you.
All right, you got anybody else?
Vaughn in Columbus.
Oh, Vaughn.
Hey, guys. How we doing?
Great, Vaughn. Thanks for ringing us up, bud. What do you got?
Man, we talk about the Bucks a lot, but I'm from Columbus, Ohio, but I'm a Bucks fan. We're talking about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And let's talk about Baker Mayfield. To do that without your top 4 receivers, I'm talking Jalen McMillan out, Emeka Egbuka out. That's another Buck we're talking about. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Bucky Irving, another Buck, but even though he went to Oregon. Baker Mayfield for MVP. Have a good one, guys.
Hey, nailed it. He nailed it.
That's starting to grow a little bit. A little groundswell out there for Baker.
And if you
MVP
don't
talk.
know, Ibuka's got a hammy now.
Yeah, they're testing that to see how long he's going to be out. That's coming from Todd Bowles today. So, yeah, that's been tough. Wide receiver room has been beat up. Godwin started the year banged up. Mike Evans has been banged up. And now it looks like Emeka is going to have to miss a little bit of time.
That would be, by the way, I think that was a great call. And if Tampa keeps on doing what we think they can, he's certainly in the MVP conversation.
100%. 100%. I mean, what they've been building the last couple of years is no doubt respectable. They've gotten to the postseason, and now Baker is just in full control of that offense and team at the moment.
All right, TLC, what's up?
Josh in Dublin.
All right, Josh, you ready? Passing you the rock, buddy.
Ready.
All right, take it away.
Certified Penn State hater here. I got them under 2.5 wins the rest of the way. They have Iowa, Ohio State, Indiana, all losses. Michigan State, a ranked Nebraska, and then Rutgers. I don't think they could have done it with Drew Aller and Franklin, and now they don't have either one. So I think they're under 2.5 the rest of the way out.
It's a good number. It's a good number, Josh. The Aller thing is just absolutely brutal. With him, it was an uphill climb. Offensively, it was not a fun offense to watch. And so now, I mean, you're talking about a trip to Kinnick for your next game, to going to Iowa?
Even if you hand him Rutgers and Michigan State, he's still under 2.5. Yeah. And that Indiana game at Happy Valley, which was going to be something, and I would even say that if Aller was healthy, that Penn State would have the nothing to lose game against Indiana, which I think would have been scary for Indiana a little bit, where you had it completely flip-flop, where Indiana had everything to lose and Penn State had nothing to lose. I didn't want that for Indiana. Now with Aller gone, it feels obviously safer, but pretty good call there. All right, what else?
How about John in Columbus?
It's still ringing, Maddie. All right, John, take it away, buddy. It's all yours. Floor is yours.
All right. I got to sound off about sports betting. I hit one, I lose one. I take Jackets against Predators. Rothman tells me to take them. They're up 2-1. They take the goal away. Then you hit a random plus 5,000 Trevor Lawrence scrambling, falling into the end zone. Then you take David Montgomery. He can't do anything. Then you take the Lions. They can't do anything. You hit one, you lose 10. It's a bloodbath out there.
It's a great call.
I feel your pain.
It's a great call, but I have to have a little disclaimer. I didn't tell anyone to do anything. I just said that for an experiment, I was going to throw a Finsky on the Jackets every game. Now, I didn't follow TLC's method, which is if you lose, you have to double the next bet. I got scared. I didn't do that. So we're only up now like $1.35 or whatever. So for the first half, we're only going to put 5 on every game, just whatever they are, and see where we stand. Then for the second half, we may up it. But the right thing to do would have been then to double it against Minnesota, and then we would have been in really good shape because I think they were plus 135. But here's the idea. What was his name again?
John.
John. Here's my advice to you. Give your friends all of your betting advice, and then they'll do the opposite, and you can just, you guys will all win together.
You got time for one more?
One more.
All right. Levi in Johnstown.
Levi, what's up?
Levi.
How we doing, fellas?
Good.
So my only thought is, what's going on with these SEC refs? I've watched a lot of football this year. Big Ten's got it together. I mean, all the divisions got it together. But SEC is, I feel bad for Auburn. It was a rough game, all the stoppage in the first half. I mean, it just seems like every game in the SEC they have excuses and it's just not consistent. So that's my take.
Okay. Well done, Levi. I will tell you this. I watched that fumble, and it did look like he had broken the plane, but it was splitting hairs. Because when that hand came in and that ball was getting loose, it was right as he was approaching. When I saw Twitter erupt over it and say, like, replay's broken and everybody's on the take and all this, I thought, okay, I'm going to watch this replay really closely. It wasn't as overwhelmingly bad as I think he was saying, but
I'm with you.
They probably got it wrong, but it wasn't horrendous.
It wasn't egregious. Okay. That's good stuff. You guys are great.
Yeah,
Listeners
first time not knowing. Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Well done.
TLC, you can take a breather now. You feel good?
Look at you sweating over there.
All right. At the end of the month,
yeah,
when Paige Ponton sends out the email, nominate somebody for Employee of the Month, I want you to remember this segment.
I got your back.
Thank you.
Is there any way to make it easier on you outside of, like...
We can probably play the
shot clock. It'd be easier for me to do it because when they start, then I can hit
Actually, I forgot that we could do that. Yeah, okay. We all got some Zeta up in here.
I want this to be a team effort.
That would help.
So we'll take that off your plate.
Yeah.
And then we'll take the Employee of the Month award away as well.
Danny, Vaughn, John, Josh, Levi, Andrew.
Pick a winner.
It's good stuff. TLC, I'll let you pick the winner. Or were you able to hear any of the calls?
I'll just pick whoever's still on hold.
Okay. Fair enough. That's fair enough.
I'll pick a random one.
Yeah, you could say who it was, and then they'll call back.
John in Columbus.
But then anybody will call back and say. But they got to give you their personal information, so I think they'd be honest.
And if you were not able to get on, we will do this every Monday. So we'll give
not every day.
No, not every day. We're going to give it a go again next Monday when there's a lot to react to. So appreciate you guys joining in on us and having us helping us test drive this new vehicle we got here on the show. And yeah, it was fun. Great to hear from you guys.
All right, so TLC will pick a random winner
I'll
for the
pick
CBJ.
whoever's been on hold the longest.
Okay.
So Scott and West, if we don't get anywhere, you're about to win.
I was going to say fair enough, but it doesn't sound all that fair. But we appreciate
what? That's a reward.
All right.
If you stick around on hold the longest, that's not totally random.
Tell them to stay on until 2:56. You'll answer them after the show.
God dang.
Well done, everybody. All right, we come back. The Flacco effect and one coach throwing shade. Wait till you hear this. Rothman Ice on the Fan.
Are you fired up? Is it Monday? It must be Reaction Monday.
Sponsored by the Roofing Guys.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
You know what my favorite place is to watch a game? The ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. This is Scotty Vegas, and Dave Biddle and I are throwing a huge party for the Thursday night Steelers-Bengals game. We have tickets, Pro Football Hall of Fame passes, and dining credits to give out during the game at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Amazing food, huge screens and prizes. That's a winning parlay. Can't wait to see you Thursday night. Must be 21 or older to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
I'm back to doing what I love and more. Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Visit the Good Feet store today. Walk-ins are always welcome. Visit the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway near the Polaris Mall or on Stringtown Road in Grove City.
People can't say enough amazing things about Vanscoy Hair Clinics. Men and women struggle with hair loss every day, and they completely change their lives. Vanscoy Hair Clinics is the only company in Ohio that has PRP, platelet-rich plasma, and the multi-unit hair grafting hair transplant procedure. Go to vanscoyhair.com for more info or call 614-432-8042. Here's what some of their hair transplant clients have said.
Around 26, 27, I lost almost all of my hair on top. It changed my life in ways that I could not imagine.
My hair is going to continue growing for the rest of my life.
There is hope that you can do something about your hair loss.
Multi-unit hair grafting gives you 3 times more hair per procedure, saving you time and money. Hair transplants are more affordable than ever, and PRP is a fast, easy, and effective 45-minute treatment for thinning or damaged hair. Call Vanscoy for a free consultation, 614-432-8042, or visit vanscoyhair.com. That's 614-432-8042. Find out what procedure will restore your hair.
At Baths R Us, we believe home improvement is life improvement, and that starts with the team who brings your vision to life. Our installers aren't just skilled, they're experts.
This is who we are. This is what we do all day, every day.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel. Plus, low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsrus.com. 380-225-2284. Baths R Us, where dreams soak in.
Hey, it's Anthony. Wouldn't you want to drive into the new season with a brand new Honda from Germain Honda of Dublin? You can lease the 25 Honda Accord LX for just $199 a month or finance at 3.99% APR. Or the 26 Honda CR-V LX all-wheel drive, leasing from only $319 a month or finance from 4.99% APR. These fall deals are fantastic. Visit Germain Honda of Dublin on Sawmill Road, just south of 270, or you can shop online anytime at GermainHondaofDublin.com.
This is the Duke's Country Song. It's a song about the best mayo. It has a yellow lid, and its full name is Duke's Mayonnaise. Get Duke's Mayo in store. It's got twang.
Helping a new driver get ready for their road test? Here's a convenient new way to make the most of your 50 hours of required practice driving time. The Road Ready Ohio app, available now at no cost to new drivers and their families. Road Ready Ohio keeps track of your driving experience together, providing feedback and safe driving tips. It even generates the documentation you need for the Ohio BMV. The Road Ready Ohio app, free to download in the Apple and Google App Stores.
At the Ohio Lottery, we make Keno fun, your way. That means every few minutes across Ohio, 20 out of 80 possible numbers are randomly picked. And if some of the numbers you picked match, voila, you're a winner. Keno doesn't require you to know a single thing about sportsball or overs, unders, pluses, minuses, or lines, or whatever else. Keno is as simple as, did some of my numbers match? They did? Great. You just raked in some dough. There are more than 20 hours of Keno draws every day and thousands of places to play statewide. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Your new Columbus home for the Jim Rome Show is the Fan 2.
Catch the live experience weekdays from 3 to 6.
Just one requirement. Have a take and don't suck. The Fan 2, Columbus's home of the Jim Rome Show. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We kick off the work week with fantastic weather for fall. We'll have mid-70s and plenty of sunshine. And for overnight, those mostly clear skies prevail with their temperatures in the upper 40s to low 50s. For Tuesday, lots of sun and daytime highs topping out in the mid-70s, and we stay dry heading into the rest of the work week. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with a 10 weather impact forecast.
Bet365, the official online sports book of Rothman and Ice. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Finding the sweet spot between the over and the under. You're listening to Rothman and Ice.
I feel like I just gave birth to an accountant. I feel like exhaling that segment. That's what I'm basically saying to you. Steelers beat the Brownies 23-9. And Dylan put it up 50-plus times.
Yeah, that's not what you want.
But he had no picks. I will tell you, I feel bad for him. Couple ways. They're not going to be able to protect him. And these guys aren't catching the football. I'm not saying they were going to win. But Fannin, catch the damn ball. Your quarterback got knocked, somersault, cleats overhead, a ball he put right on your hands. Catch it. Do him a favor.
I know. I'm
it's
with
sickening.
You. And then you had some other rookie-on-rookie crime where Isaiah Bond, they're down in the red zone. He's doing like a little slant or crossing pattern, and it looked like Gabriel threw it off his helmet. Like his head's not turned around.
That was funny, yeah.
It was like, I thought it was
like a pinball wizard.
A good designed play by Stefanski. You're at a point where you can grab some points, and I think they probably get a touchdown there. And then he's not even looking. Isaiah Bond. So that was tough. I just think, look, a rookie or any quarterback really putting it up 52 times in a game is not where you want to be. And I understand game script is going to be different week in and week out.
Not averaging 4 yards a pass.
Yeah.
Like,
and they've been getting some decent punch from Quinshawn over the last few weeks. So that was strange to me. But this Browns offense with Flacco, without him now, with Dylan, it was going to be an uphill climb. But again, you see flashes, right, from these young guys. And you mentioned Harold Fannin and his body of work, even outside of that play. You're just hoping that this rookie class can continue to come together week in and week out, because they're going to have to take it on the chin right now in this division and around the NFL until they know how to win and get a better supporting cast around them, and especially up front on that O-line.
You guys need to help read into this for me. Mike Tomlin is not usually a guy that would take to the podium and care what other teams do. Like, I don't sense that about it. I think he's the kind of coach that could pivot off of this, a question about what another team did with a trade, and say, we got enough problems to worry about here.
Yeah.
I'll worry about my own team. Next question. Like, it's just weird. He was asked about Flacco being traded from the Browns to the Bengals because he plays the Bengals on Thursday night.
Yes.
And so it's a logical question. You're probably facing a quarterback you didn't think you'd face. Mm-hmm. It's not Burrow. So who really cares? I would think he would welcome it. I would think he'd be like, hey, game just got a little more interesting, got a little tougher, facing an experienced guy. We're going to have to, short week for us, and we're going to have to get after it. Instead, he did this. You got it?
To be honest, it was shocking to me.
Andrew Berry must be a lot smarter than me or us, because it doesn't make sense to me to trade a quarterback that you think enough of to make your opening day starter to a division opponent that's hurting in that area. But that's just my personal feelings.
Coach, I got a question. Did you watch what Flacco was doing in Cleveland?
Well, here's what I would say.
Did you look at the tape?
It's not opening day anymore.
That's why you can move on from him. It wasn't good.
But it's not opening day anymore.
Yeah, that's strange.
He's 40. They got a 5th rounder for him.
Yeah, I don't know what that's
about. It's kind of a no-brainer when you're 1-4 and you got 2 rookie quarterbacks who presumably you'd like to see a little bit of both if you can. It's time to kind of quickly pivot instead of throwing out your aging veteran, hoping that you make just games closer.
Yeah.
They weren't. I understand on the surface what he's talking about. This was a guy they thought could lead them. Mm-hmm. This is a veteran guy. I'll applaud the honesty. I just feel like it was more personal for him. Why? Because he's got to play him this week? Would he rather played Browning? It sounds like it. It almost sounds like he's not worried, but he's like, yeah, that would have probably helped if we weren't taking on Flacco instead of Browning.
TLC,
I don't know.
Can you play that again? If you have it up, if you need some time, let me know. Because it's a very odd take from Mike Tomlin. Spin it again, TLC, please.
To be honest, it was shocking to me. Andrew Berry must be a lot smarter than me or us, because it doesn't make sense to me to trade a quarterback that you think enough of to make your opening day starter to a division opponent that's hurting in that area. But that's just my personal feelings.
If
He's upset.
If Flacco had been playing well, I could understand Mike Tomlin kind of backing him, right? Like if this was, hey, they were winning, Flacco in the offense, it's a clean operation, and then Kevin Stefanski pulls the plug on him, then I'd be like, okay, well, what are we doing here? But they had reason, I think, to get to this point a few games in to see that his skill set that's paired with a bad offensive line, him not being able to get away from any type of pressure is only hurting the offense at this point in time. And when you draft 2 quarterbacks the way that they did, and Tomlin knows this, they were going to hand the keys over to one of these guys and maybe 2 in time, which I still think is in play. But for him to be that perplexed about them letting Flacco go is wild to me. It's wild. I don't get it.
I don't know if Browns fans are going to care. He was slamming their front office. Browns fans were probably cheering what he said. But in a weird way, they really can't because Flacco's not their future. So the Browns fans would probably be more than willing to let a couple of moral victories go this year, whatever they had left in the moral victory category, to see what Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders may be for them. Now, it's tough because they're going to be put in very difficult situations. So it's not going to be like a perfect analysis of whether they have a future quarterback. But they knew one thing for damn sure. It wasn't Flacco.
Right.
And now they're 1-4, and then they were 1-5. Yeah. So I just feel like it sounds personal, and it also sounds very coachy-like, very fantasy-like. Why'd you help the other team in our league? It'd be like if you traded with him and I had to play him this week. It'd be like, well, Matty must know a lot more than me. He just traded a guy who's had 3 good games in a row. Well, you know what you would say to me? You don't know my roster. You don't know where I have depth and where I don't and what I think of my team. Like, this sounded very personal, and like we're playing him this week, and I'd prefer to play Browning and not Flacco, and I'm going to throw a little shade to their GM for doing it. He traded a 40-year-old guy for a 5th rounder. It's not the worst trade you've ever heard of.
The unfortunate part of this is that Andrew Berry isn't going to touch this. He will get asked about it, and he'll be the company man and play the cliche stuff. But I would love to, now I'm curious about their dynamic. And has there been things between Tomlin and Andrew Berry that haven't been talked about? Because that he did go down the personal route and call out Andrew Berry, where he could have just easily played the card of, hey, we're just worried about what we got to do, yada, 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 like all of that, and everybody would have moved on. But now this quote is going to live for the next, 72 hours or whatever it is going into Thursday night. But I'm here for it. Now we got a little bit more spice and infused into an AFC North game. I love it.
I mean,
it's just odd.
You just beat them. I don't know if you really needed to throw more on them. Like, they're dealing with what they have to deal with.
Yeah.
It's honest. Like I said earlier, I applaud the honesty. But to me, it sounds more, it's bias. It sounds more personal. He's playing the team that they traded the quarterback to this week. It sounds like he's more like, why would you help out a rival? We don't do that in our division. Why are you doing it? Like it reeks of that for me.
And credit to Flacco. He woke up a little bit in the second half.
Bump.
Yeah, that offense started to move a little bit because it was looking bleak in the first half. They figured something out, and Higgins and Chase started to get the rock, and that's what you needed as a quarterback to get it to your playmakers who are elite. And so, maybe Mike Tomlin will clean that up.
You know what it is?
In the next couple of days, we'll see.
Mike Tomlin has zero experience of accepting that his team is bad.
That's right. It's backwards. In his mind, it's backwards.
It's antithetical to competition.
That you just basically...
Wait a minute.
Big word alert.
Man, hold on. We can't
I'll tell you what, I need the big word alert on this side so I can call it on you.
Drop that again on us?
It's what? Big word alert.
It's antithetical to competition.
You may be right, though. You might be right on this, TLC. Maybe that's what it is.
This is exactly what it is.
Here's the question.
Or in regular English, it's opposite of what you would think. So my point is that Tomlin is absolutely blown away that a team in his division would help another team out at the vital position that's their weakness. He can't process it.
The math ain't mathin' for Mike Tomlin.
So here's the question. Like, if you held a gun to Andrew Berry's head, do you think he would say, yes, we're a bad football team and we're not getting better? Because if your answer to that is yes, if you think at Andrew Berry's core that he's actually given up on the season and, okay, let's just go to Dylan Gabriel, let's worry about the future. If that's the case, Mike Tomlin has zero experience with that, and that's why he's flabbergasted by this. I don't think that's even like in his mind as a possibility.
I also think the other part of it is my part, which is that Flacco actually gives them a little bit better of a shot to be competitive against him.
I think he's scared.
And that's what he doesn't like. Not scared, but he'd prefer it to
bitter.
a little bit.
Worried about Uncle Joe?
It's halftime. AK is up next, so you can go to the bathroom and get your snacks. 2 minutes. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
Would you enjoy watching a football game if the officials were paid a bonus for every flag they threw? Or a basketball game where the refs got paid for every foul they called? Okay, how about hiring a furnace and AC company that pays its technicians by the number of parts they can sell you? Hi, this is Dennis, president of Care Heating and Cooling, and today, this is how many companies operate. They call it performance pay, and it rewards technicians by paying them more for billing you more. Why is this bad? Because it abuses your trust in a technician to be treated fairly and honestly. At Care, we've been family-owned for 31 years and have always paid our technicians by the hour for repairs. We'll show you exactly what needs to be fixed and why, and give you our low upfront cost before we start. And unlike other companies, our technicians will never be rewarded for throwing more flags. Our Central Ohio-based staff is here for you 7 days a week. Care Heating and Cooling. Book an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com or call us at 1-800-COOLING. When you need a company you can trust.
Finally, fall is here. The leaves are changing, the air is crisp, and the cooler temperatures are a welcome relief. But as those temperatures continue to drop, it's also a reminder that winter is just around the corner. We know it might feel a little early to start talking about freezing temperatures and snow, but now is the perfect time to make sure your roof is ready. Before the winter weather hits, wouldn't you like the peace of mind that your home is protected? If you're unsure about the condition of your roof or just want to be prepared for the months ahead, call the professionals you can trust at Newman Roofing. With over 30 years in business and 3 generations of Newmans in the roofing industry, we're dedicated to educating you about your roof so you understand exactly what's happening. We believe that an informed homeowner can make the very best decision for their needs. Give us at Newman Roofing a call today at 614-NEW-ROOF. That's 614-NEW-ROOF, or visit us online at newmanroofing.com. Let Newman Roofing help you prepare for winter the right way.
Rothman and Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Fascinating, informative, covered in dog slobber. You're listening to Rothman and Ice.
The man who sits on the porcelain throne, Adam King, is here from 10 TV.
The throne.
Here's your first question out of the gate. No lifeline.
No phone a friend?
Multiple guess.
Okay.
Do you know what antithetical means?
Antithetical. Not even close.
Have you even heard the word?
Well, I was thinking hypothetical has the same connotation. So
Can I help you out?
Connotation.
Can I help you out?
Whoa.
No, that's not a big word alert.
No.
Connotation.
He's trying to take the spotlight off him. That's what he's trying to do.
Wait, did you say antithetical?
He did.
I did.
I know. Okay, so here's what happened. Just to let you guys know.
Yeah.
He was up last night scrolling through the dictionary. He's like, I'm going to pick a word. I'm going to walk in there tomorrow. These guys are going to think I'm a genius. He went with antithetical, which was a little too big. You got to tone it down next time. You can't go antithetical.
If you think I'm reading dictionaries, you must think I'm very erudite.
Straight up reading dictionary.
So what
You
if,
got to go to the box for a
what
minute.
if I would have said that is the antithesis of that? Would you have known?
Yeah. So
Okay,
so
that's a
it's
good one,
it's
though.
the same concept of
I guess.
antithesis.
I would think so. Isn't it?
Well, I just tried to come up. What is the word antithetical?
Antithetical.
So what is it? What is its dictionary definition?
Opposite, probably.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I'll go meet with my writers, Merriam-Webster, and find out.
I believe that.
Did you say Marion?
You did say Marion. Like Marion, Ohio.
I thought I said Merriam.
It is.
Oh,
It's
you
Marion.
Marion. Okay,
We thought you
Directly opposed or contrasted.
There you go. He dropped that on us in the last
I'm gonna
segment.
use it.
He found a perfect spot and he just took it. It was great, but then I had to call the big word alert on him.
Yeah.
Which
Now, to his credit, I didn't see like the brain searching for that word. Like he just rolled
because
with
he
it.
practiced it.
It was authentic.
got a few in there.
I mean,
this was a new segment kind of on the fly, though, with the story that we were talking about. So I'll actually back him on that. I don't think he was letting that marinate for a little
like
bit of time,
practice.
but it was definitely a big word of the day.
like a tough athlete name to pronounce before you go on the air.
Oh, yeah, you gotta lock
you
in.
probably have to sound it out a little bit.
So here's what you do. Just for those listeners out there, you're like, how do they get ready for television? You go out, you're like, okay, I got this name. Yeah, it's a tough name. You're like, okay, I'm going to practice it over and over and over again. Then you go out on set, and then you absolutely butcher it, but you say it so fast that everybody that doesn't know the real name is like, hey, sounded like you got it.
Okay.
On this topic, we can do this on the air. How do you pronounce?
We are on the air.
I have heard a million different pronunciations, and I still don't know which ones. Which one did we settle on? Shinakov?
Shinnikov. Chinnikov.
I've never heard
For the
one.
Jackets?
I've never heard
Shinnikov.
Shinnikov.
I've never heard the
No,
Shinnikov.
I don't know where you were going with that. No, it's always been Shinnikov.
Okay.
I thought you were talking about Shinnecock Hills. That's what I.
Shinnecock Golf?
Yeah. Wow.
Igor Chinnikov, is that?
Shinnikov.
I didn't know
Shinnikov.
even where you got that. Was
that's
that
new
was
to me.
antithetical to anything I ever thought was that the way you pronounced it. It was the exact opposite of what I thought it was.
Very wrong.
How was Champagne?
It was beautiful. I got to give, you know what? I want to have a word with people that bash on Champagne. There are a lot of people out there that say like, oh, if you never, you don't need to go there. The actual campus is beautiful. The stadium's very cool. Has the same feel as Soldier Field, where they built it like, they've got that beautiful architecture on the outside.
Minus the lake.
Well, yeah, minus the lake and all the tall buildings.
Just like Soldier Field, except there's no big lake.
So we were in the press box. I was sitting next to one Austin Ward, and I looked out. And
my goodness. Oh.
I think he's using these so willy-nilly now.
You got to rein it. You got to rein it in there.
There's a delay on that one. I don't know.
So, and you can see everything because you're up in the press box. And I lean over to Austin and I said, "So, where's Chicago?" And the lady next to us on the left goes, "Oh, sir, Chicago's actually like an hour and a half away."
She thought you were serious?
I was like, "Oh,
hour and a half."
Yeah,
you'd be lucky if you did it in an hour and a half.
Yeah, she's like, "It's the other direction."
Yeah. Okay, so you're here to back Champagne. How was your the lodging situation? How was that? All good?
I will sleep in my car. I have no problem where to sleep.
It is a luxurious car you got.
Well, thank you very much. But I was reading reviews on the way, and there were a lot of reviews that constantly said, roaches and bed bugs, don't stay here.
Roaches and bed bugs.
Yeah, that's what it was going
Navy bean.
Yes. So I'm like, okay, I don't know that this is.
Hope you got that.
I didn't. For me.
Yeah.
And so I book a different hotel, and then I call the other hotel. I just put it on hold. I was like, hey, I'm going to try to get, just hold these 2 rooms for us. And I call our hotel, and I'm like, hey, this is what I'm hearing. And the guy was not happy. Mm-hmm. He gave me a story about how people post these reviews to get free hotels, and then he's disrespecting his business and all of that. And so, you know what we did? We stayed at the hotel.
Okay.
And I didn't see one roach, and I didn't see one bed bug
yet.
And so
what
I
about
would
the roach clip? You see that?
I will say when we
Yours?
got there, the roach clip, is that a cigar joke?
It's old school. Forget it.
Oh, it's antithetical.
It's exactly. Sorry. So maybe somebody got it.
Somebody out there's
Yeah,
laughing.
right.
I will say when we got there, the woman knew who we were. She's like, "Okay, gotcha." Like not knew who but like because we had called. Yeah, because we had called. And so we for sure got the 2 nicest rooms that existed in this
so you
entire.
did exactly what they claimed that people do.
Well, no, I didn't say there were
Well,
roaches.
you should have turned down the great upgraded
You
room.
wanted me to the one that had shoe prints next door. I don't think I wanted to stay there.
I'm not saying you were wrong for inquiring. There were a lot of reviews, or just one? Like what?
There was more than 10 reviews that said bed bugs and roaches.
Okay.
I'd be on tilt too.
Yeah,
if I were you. Yeah,
that's where
So when you called how did you inquire about? What did exactly you say?
I said, "You guys got bed bugs and roaches. I'm not staying there."
What did you say?
No, I just said, "Hey, I've read some reviews.
Okay.
It doesn't seem like it's going to be a good fit. Is it possible that we could cancel this?" And he's like, "Well, why is it not a good fit?" And I'm like, "Well, if we're being honest, Cindy online says you got roaches. Cindy said she didn't have a good experience, and now I don't want to bring roaches." I believe the quote that I read online said, "Roaches, want to let you know before you bring them home to Chicago." They wrote a poem. And so that was when I was like, we're writing poems about this hotel. I think
it sounds like you were on your way to Chicago, clearly.
It was only an hour and a half.
Okay.
So all of this is to ask, am I in the wrong? Was I a bad person? Because I apologize. The room was fine.
No, because I think there's a large amount of people that would have done the same thing.
Here's what I
would have been one of those people that would have tried to get out of there.
All right, so I'm not going to crush you for asking. He asked, because you didn't say it right away, and he said, "Do you mind telling me why you think it's not a good fit?" Mm-hmm. I can understand why he may have been offended. I get that. It's a personal thing.
Yeah,
I think the way to write this whole thing is that you now go on and write a review.
I thought about that.
And you say, but I purposely stayed there to investigate this roach warehouse, and it's not the case.
But then my question becomes...
But I'm itching right now.
It is not the case, but I also have bites all over my back. My question becomes, I do think that I got one of... Like, my door was painted freshly gray. Every other door in the hallway was white and had been like... So it looks like they had, like, freshly painted the entire room and, like, just redone it.
Oh, so you got the best of the best.
Yeah.
You're telling me to put a fresh coat of paint on it just because you were coming?
No, I'm saying, like... 2 weeks ago, they had redone it.
Yeah.
And they're like, put him in this room.
Hey, if anybody calls about these bed bugs, put him in that
Brand new room.
That's the room he got. Yes. And so if I go on there and I'm like, this place is amazing, then somebody else is going to go and they're going to get the room that had a shoe print on it. And they're going to be like, get me out of here.
This is life of probably business owners all the time, whether it's restaurants or whatever, somebody trying to get that free meal.
Oh, yeah.
And there's no way to police it perfectly. There's no way. You don't know whether it's legit or not.
Yeah, it's tough.
But it sounds like you upgraded yourself because of it. And if you really feel you want to bring it full circle, I'd go on there and say, you know what? I read these reviews. I decided to stay there anyway. And guess what? I had a very pleasant experience. The room was clean, and take it for what it's worth.
I think you're right. I think I just might do that. Signed, Anthony
And then
Rothman.
call him, your guy that you had a fight with over the phone, and say, I just want you to let you know that I
did think about doing that. I did think about calling it.
You got time. What are you doing over there anyway?
I got to go to the Blue Jackets home opener.
It's at 7 o'clock.
And we got to be over there starting at 4. There's no days off.
Plenty of time to write a review.
Tell Chinnikov I said hi.
Jeez.
I don't know how you pronounce it. All right, stick around. We got the Buckeye Bulletin.
All right, sounds
you can
good.
tell us all about your great interviews and with that little wooden turtle.
Hey, did you see the turtle?
I did.
It's
it was really nice.
Illabuck.
Yeah, you were holding it so gently.
Oh my gosh, you watched.
I stumbled into it. Wasn't on purpose. Buckeye Bulletin next. Rothman Ice and the Fan.
We're the highest rated sports radio station in America. There's no joke there. We just are. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
The great thing about Atlas Butler is they do it all. Heating, cooling, plumbing. Look, I'm busy with work. I don't have time to wait around or deal with lots of people. One company, one call, and they do it all. Wonder if they'll clean out my inbox. Seriously, offer that service. Please.
Atlas Butler is at your service. Call 1-800-FURNACE.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? People can't say enough amazing things about Vanscoy Hair Clinics. Men and women struggle with hair loss every day, and they completely change their lives. Vanscoy Hair Clinics is the only company in Ohio that has PRP, platelet-rich plasma, and the multi-unit hair grafting hair transplant procedure. Go to vanscoyhair.com for more info or call 614-432-8042. Here's what some of their hair transplant clients have said.
Around 26, 27, I lost almost all of my hair on top. It changed my life in ways that I could not imagine.
My hair is going to continue growing for the rest of my life.
There is hope that you can do something about your hair loss.
Multi-unit hair grafting gives you 3 times more hair per procedure, saving you time and money. Hair transplants are more affordable than ever, and PRP is a fast, easy, and effective 45-minute treatment for thinning or damaged hair. Call Vanscoy for a free consultation, 614-432-8042, or visit vanscoyhair.com. That's 614-432-8042. Find out what procedure will restore your hair.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at runyondentalgroup.com. That's runyondentalgroup.com.
When you're ready to sell your car, another reason to choose Hinder Motor Company is the easy, fast, fair, and hassle-free way to sell. This is Justin Hinderer. We pay top dollar for your vehicle, whatever the make or model, and no purchase is necessary. Consider trading and get even more toward your next vehicle. Drive in today and leave with cash or get a great deal. See why it's a pleasure doing business. Just visit HinderMotorCompany.com.
Listen up, football fans. You won't want to miss this. Right now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets, win or lose, so you could turn that $200 into something bigger when you bet on money lines, spreads, totals, or player props.
$200 in bonus bets when new customers bet just $5. It's the only betting app I use. Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. Terms and conditions apply. In-app only.
Update your home and save big money with Mastercraft Doors at Menards. For over 50 years, Mastercraft has been making quality doors inside and out. Choose from the best in-stock selection of interior and exterior doors ready to take home today. Or design your door your way with our free designer in-store or on Menards.com. Save big on Mastercraft Doors and check out more great deals happening now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards. Austin and Berm are back with a new daily podcast, the ultimate OSU football insiders. You know, it's refreshing to have some smart people working here from time to time.
The Beat with Austin and Berm on the 10 TV Plus app.
Subscribe today.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Federal Elite Heating and Cooling and Bryant. Doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Rothman and Ice present Buckeye Bulletin.
Sponsored by Logan AC and Heat Services. Don't go through another air conditioner breakdown. For fast, friendly service, call the experts at Logan Services now for a free estimate and next day air installation.
Buckeye Bulletin time. All right, Adam, here's why I stumbled into your little stand-up with the turtle.
Hey, avid viewer.
You lucked out. You guys happened to follow the IU-Oregon game.
Yeah.
That was a really good lead-in for you. And I just happened to want to listen to Coach Sig and everybody, and then it just blended right into you.
And you saw me
so I was
holding
a
a
captive
turtle.
audience, and you were holding that turtle loud and proud.
Okay. He's a cool turtle, right?
Yeah, he was peeking. That turtle.
So you've held a fish this year. You've held a turtle.
He didn't really hold the
this
fish.
year. He tried.
He got the second fish I held.
Yeah, he caught one. He got one.
Actually, when I was done catching the fish, that was the one thing I didn't think about is what do I do with this fish? If you watch back on camera, you can see my disgusted face, just place it on the edge and say, okay, that's going to go.
Did you get a picture of yourself holding the fish? Is that moment?
Maddie.
Is that
he's on
everything
television.
Is a picture.
Okay,
it's a television. It's a moving picture.
Listen, I just didn't know if you had a personal photo that you can hang up, in your bedroom, on your desk, whatever it is, to relive
you think
that
that I
moment.
like to look at pictures of myself? Is that
You? Nah.
That's you?
You're not that type of guy.
Not
Right.
pictures.
A turtle.
There's a mirror on his ceiling. Guess the spread, Ohio State at Wisconsin.
Ooh, this is good. I really don't know it. 42.5.
Maddie?
42.5.
Yeah, I mean, Vegas is going off the fact Iowa just scored 37.
I'm going to say that they're favored by 27.5.
It's 27.5.
Yeah.
What?
I did not know that.
Hammer that spread.
My work is done for the day. I
Hammer
won't be able to do
that
anything better
spread.
than that.
Your number is basically the over-under. 41.5.
Well, that's my thought, is I don't know that Wisconsin's going to score.
I'm with him on it's shocking that it's that low.
That's crazy.
This is no Camp Randall jump around. They just were home at night against Iowa.
They scored. They scored.
I mean,
0.
what do you think? Because Fickle went to Ohio State, they're going to suddenly not quit on him and play tougher?
I'm with you guys.
Yeah.
It
just seemed very low.
40 and some change for a conference game is pretty high.
If they have it as a 28-point spread, that's an implied
under 28.
Under 28. So they have an implied point total of what? 35-7. That's what they think the final score. They think Wisconsin scores 7
or 42-0.
Or 42-0. Well, no, because it's got to be 28.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. It does.
Yeah.
It's an implied point total of 35. Yeah. You know what? The teacher said I wouldn't use the math. I wasn't good at it. Bring that in, and here I am.
Like a Hannah education right there paying off, huh?
Like a Hannah bananas right there.
All right, TLC, what do you got from Ohio State, Buckeye Nation?
All right, we got Ryan Day saying that they did what they needed to do to win.
The thing that was tricky was it's a good thing, but we were in plus territory a lot. It's hard to be explosive as you get into the plus 25 area because, as you know, the field gets pulled down, and then
as you know,
when we were a little bit towards midfield, they were playing a little bit more coverage, and again that goes back to the unselfishness of our team and understanding what needs to get done. And there's a lot of plays that we're going to want back, but I thought there was a lot of good physical runs down there where we punched the ball in, and like you said, did what we had to do to win the game. That's the bottom line.
Rothman, it kind of goes to what you were talking about pre-show, where it was at 20-10 at one point in the game, but it didn't feel like 20-10.
It didn't. They had a puncher's chance because they were at home in a game that you're down 20-0. Now all of a sudden it's 20-10, and you feel like okay. And they had just scored, so they felt like, but there's just no holding Ohio State back. But I was really surprised that Illinois, from a defensive standpoint, decided we cannot blitz him. We won't do it. On any passing down, they really didn't blitz him.
I appreciate you guys giving me a mic today so that I can say this. Anybody that is upset, frustrated, angry, bored, mad about what happened in Illinois.
What?
There are people that are
Buckeye fans.
Buckeye fans.
Yeah.
That,
Buckeye fans.
That are unhappy with what took place in Champaign. An 18-point win. Maddie's smiling because he's one of them right now.
No, I'm smiling because you're right. It's out there.
Ohio State was tinkering the whole second half. Ryan Day, they had the game in control. The second they needed a touchdown, you know what they did? They went and scored a touchdown. But then Ryan was tinkering on offense. They're trying to figure things out. They don't have to win a national title today. Okay? You know what's really helpful is when you go play in Miami and you can go back and say, hey, remember when Illinois we were struggling? We were trying to this is why we were building for that moment. This is why we ran the ball 3 straight times. Because it didn't matter if we scored a touchdown on that drive, but it matters right now. It matters in the Sugar Bowl. They are live practice reps once you get up in a game like that. And Ohio State is so lucky that this year they have not been in doubt one time. This year, every game they've been in control. What's the benefit of dominating?
In doubt and in control are maybe two different things. They weren't quite in control against the Bobcats, but it wasn't in doubt.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. Yes,
yeah.
Yes.
13-9
but again,
is not.
When they needed a touchdown, it got to 13-9. They're like, all right, guys, let's go score a touchdown. They know they can throw it to 4-1.
Well, actually, he took the points. He took the field goal.
Well,
he went up 16-9.
There you go.
He could have gone for the touchdown.
Yes.
He didn't.
But he was proving a point.
I think
That's
we're at
right.
a point to where the body of work is so good that certain people are just nitpicking. And I think some of those things that you can nitpick at are justified. Right, like I even have my questions right now. It's like, if they get into a game to where they have to push people around via the run, can they do it consistently?
That's why they're working on it against Illinois.
And I think that's, to your point, exactly what we're seeing. But for some people, when you have Jeremiah and Carnell, I think the mind can easily go to, week in and week out, we should be able to hit home runs through the air every single game, whenever we want to.
I think it's more in the running game, Maddie. I think people are more,
Well, I think people want to lean towards, hey, we got these guys, let's just go out and do that every single week. And when you're processing on the fly some of the things that people are seeing, and it's not that, I think that's where some of the noise is coming from. My guess.
People are frustrated that they're running the ball and not just throwing jump balls to Jeremiah and Carnell every play.
Those people don't know football.
I don't think they're frustrated that they're running the ball. I think they're frustrated that maybe they're not running the ball with a lot of consistency.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. But if you can't do something really good, like Rothman, your golf game's awful, but you get out there and you grind and you grind and you grind with your golf game, because one day you might be able to par a hole. And that's the dream. You don't go out there and say, my golf game's terrible, let's take up pickleball.
Or in his case, hit a hole in one.
That doesn't sound right.
Which he did.
Hey, sidebar.
We won the bet, by the way.
I don't want to talk about it. Sidebar. You know your thing, the yeah, that's right? I always thought that was a you thing, and I love it. It always makes me laugh when you say, like, I'll say something and be like, yeah, that's right. It's not a you thing.
I never said it was.
No, I know you didn't. The other day...
He only speaks in movie quotes, bro.
It's not a movie quote. It's from Seinfeld.
It is.
I saw it online, and I was like...
It's putty.
I watched a clip.
Yeah, that's
right. Yeah, that's right. And I just want to say... That's so well done.
Okay, working with this
I think
man
that was a little over the top. I only speak in movie quotes. That's a little over the top.
I'm giving you credit because you do it so well.
Listen, I've worked with this man for over 10 years, and I thought that was his just kind of... We all have those kind of words and phrases we go to, right? Like, I did not know that was rooted in Seinfeld. That's amazing.
And you do it
Good
so
work
well.
out of
Like
you
when
for
I heard it, I was like, oh my gosh, he delivers that perfectly.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's right. I love it. It's amazing.
Didn't know that.
By the way, all those words that you use to describe what Buckeye fans feel, what'd you say, bored, angry, frustrated, whatever, that wasn't, I thought Maddie was going to follow that. I've worked with this man for 10 years, and I feel every one of those things.
No way.
He wrote it down on a piece of paper over here, but he was kind of pointing at you, but I almost
Hey, as soon as you get done here, review to that hotel in Champaign.
All right.
And start calling hotel owners in Madison. See if you can find out what's going on up there.
Yeah, find the roaches in the bed bugs.
Root them out.
We're in a hotel that I feel comfortable in.
I'm sure
Madison.
you're in the capital.
And this is going to be the one that has the roaches and the bed bugs. And
the finest of the finest of places. You never know.
You never know these days. You never can tell, kid. You never can tell.
Have you ever had bed bugs?
I have not, thankfully. Okay. Yeah, that's right.
Adam, I'll see you down on the plaza.
Hey, I'll see you down.
Fortify our position.
I'll go make sure that everything is ready.
Flag.
What, antithetical?
Antithetical.
Antithetical. All right, I'm going to use that one time today.
Oh, use it on TV as a shout out.
Yeah, I'll use it on TV. Antithetical. What is it? It's the opposite, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I can work that.
You can work that into the jacket.
But the problem is, somebody's going to email me like, "Who does this guy think he is using that word?"
I'm TLC.
I would love to read your email.
And you can just.
You don't want to read my emails.
I would love to read your emails.
I say one thing wrong on air, and 8 people email me.
Yep. Welcome.
Makes everybody feel better.
Yeah,
that's right. All right, good to see you. Thanks, bud. Bye. Yeah, that's right. We come back. Ian Fitzsimmons has to follow that. We got to talk to him about Franklin. I guess it had to happen. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
We test marketed naming the show A Guy and His Butlers.
Oh, that is very touching.
But we thought Bishop and Friends had a better ring to it.
Weekday mornings at 9.
The Fan.
When it comes to your roofing, siding, or gutter needs, call Newman Roofing. 614-NEW-ROOF. NewmanRoofing.com.
5 words no one wants to hear? You need a new roof. What do you do? Who do you call? How are you going to pay for it? Hey, it's Timmy Hall, and these are all questions that run through people's minds when they hear those 5 words. But if you pick up the phone and call Victor's Home Solutions, your new roof will be the easiest, most hassle-free home improvement project you'll ever do. Victor's has thousands of 5-star ratings for both customer service and high-quality installation. Plus, they offer a 50-year leak-free guarantee on every roof they install. And since no one wants to pay these high interest rates for a limited time, Victor's is offering 5-year, no-interest financing with minimum monthly payments for qualified qualified buyers. So if you need a new roof, don't stress. Victor's Home Solutions has your back. It starts with a free 21-point roof inspection. It assesses the exact condition of your roof and what needs to be done next. Set up your inspection today. 866-VICTORS. That's 866-VICTORS or online at victors.com.
Hi, I'm Rick Germain for Toyota West. And with over 600 new and pre-owned vehicles available, Toyota West at I-270 in Georgesville Road has the car you're looking for. And right now at Toyota West, take advantage of 0 down and 0 payments until 2026. And every pre-owned vehicle comes with a 72-hour exchange policy plus a 3-month warranty for qualified vehicles. Come see us at the Germain Auto Mall on Georgesville Road or get started today at ToyotaWest.com. Offer expires 10/31. No payments for deferred payment. Interest accrues at time of inception with approved credit.
Realtors usually charge you 6% to sell your house, but not my guys at Sell for 1% Realtors. They take 1%. It's in the name. And this is full service. No shortcuts. No for sale by owner crapola. They do it all. Call 614-451-6616.
Dormar, your kind of hero.
When your furnace or air conditioner is broke, we come out that same day. Dormar, home the Tin Man.
Tess, what's up?
Oh, you know, the CFO needs me to book a week of travel. I'm days behind on invoices. The plants in the lobby are dying, and now I have to order lunch for 80 with gluten-free options.
Just use Easy Cater.
Easy Cater?
One platform built for workplaces. Tons of great restaurants, any group size, with tools to meet dietary needs and stay on budget. Plus, rewards.
Rewards?
You earn rewards points when you order. Good for discounts or even gift cards for you.
Now that's what's up.
Easy Cater, the easy, rewarding way to order food for work. Order now at easycater.com.
Remember when they used to ask, what do you want to be when you grow up? At Bank of America, we ask every day, what would you like the power to do? When you work here, you help build businesses, inspire communities, and forge legacies. And now we've raised our U.S. minimum wage to $25 an hour. So the opportunity to do more also comes with competitive pay. Learn more at bankofamerica.com/25. Bank of America. Proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
Your game day headquarters is here at ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus, the only place to watch and win. Catch every play on more than 30 TVs and over 50 feet of video wall. Score tickets, signed professional and college sports memorabilia, and pen cash prizes. Join the watch parties for every home team game with a tailgate buffet and bucket specials. Plus, get official game day swag with every table reservation. Game day lives here, only at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone here for Window Nation. Columbus, October is here, and with good weather comes more home improvement projects. Do you have old, stuck, or cracked windows that you've been putting off replacing? Well, Window Nation Columbus can help. This month, when you buy 2 windows, you'll get 2 more for free. There's no limit to how many windows you replace, and your total price includes 1-day installation. With Window Nation, you also won't have to make any payments for 2 years, which is a big deal with the holiday season coming up. And did I mention you could celebrate your newly upgraded home with 2 free tickets to an upcoming Ohio State football game? What other company in Columbus would thank you for replacing all your windows in your home with a fun experience like that? Put an end to your window problems before this beautiful fall weather ends. Now through October 31st, buy 2 windows, get 2 for free now, plus pay nothing for 2 years with Window Nation, a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Visit windownation.com today to start your free estimate. That's windownation.com.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good afternoon, I'm Tyler Danberg. It's the home opener for the Columbus Blue Jackets tonight as they host the Devils at 7. Coverage on the Fan starts at 6:30. Jackets enter 1-1 after a 7-4 win at Minnesota Saturday. NFL, Tennessee Titans fired head coach Brian Callahan after a 1-5 start. He finishes with a 4-19 record in Nashville. Tonight, Bills visit the Falcons at 7:15. Bears at Commanders to follow at 8:15. ALCS Game 2, Mariners visit the Blue Jays at 5:03. Seattle took Game 1 Sunday and sends Logan Gilbert to the mound against Toronto Toronto's Trey Savage. NLCS Game 1, Dodgers are at the Brewers at 8:08. LA's Blake Snell faces a Milwaukee starter yet to be announced. College hoops, Ohio State sits outside today's preseason AP Top 25, receiving the 30th most votes. Purdue the preseason number 1 for the first time ever. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Most shows just skim the surface, but Rothman and Ice feel like the biggest story of the day deserves a closer look. It's time for a deeper dive.
Sponsored by Low T Center. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
All right, hour number 3, and we kick it off with the best. What a world this college football world is for all of us now. And I will tell you, we now live in a world where Penn State is looking for a coach, and the Indiana Fighting Hoosiers are number 3 in the country. It's unbelievable. Ian Fitzsimmons, our guy, ESPN sideline reporter, and a lot more with us now on the Bryan Heating Cooling Systems Fangast Hotline. My man, what's a bigger story, Franklin flopping or Indiana being 3?
I'm going to go James Franklin, boys. It's always good to be with you. And keep your heads down because, man, heads are rolling on chopping blocks. Watch yourselves, duck and cover, because it's nonstop. James Franklin was 2 plays away from playing for a national championship last season and just got fired. Now, let that sink in. I mean, because he literally was 2 plays away, hell, maybe even a play away from beating Notre Dame and playing for a natty, and he's got canned. So it's a dog-eat-dog world, as Norm said in Cheers many years ago. And look, man, we're all right now wearing milk-bone underwear, especially James Franklin, because his ass got chewed. So the top 10 record, we all know what it is, right? But now Oregon beat them twice. I hope you guys understand that, right? Where you lose in double OT in a whiteout game, in an emotional one, and that emotion carried over. And he's talking about how, he had to travel and this and that. And hey, look, I don't care that he had to travel. Everyone does. I didn't hear Kurt Signetti talking about travel, right? And he just went out and beat up Oregon. So, when the moment he was talking about making excuses after UCLA, when Jerry Neuheisel had 48 hours to put a game plan in, he didn't even know how to work his headset and his communication to Nico Iamaleava, his quarterback at UCLA, and they beat you. And then you come back the next week as a 3-touchdown favorite and lose again. It was Pat Kraft. I've known him for a while, guys. He's a hell of an athletic director at Penn State. I can promise you he did not want to make this move, but I thought it was a move that had to be made.
Yeah, definitely felt that way for sure. So if it's not an in-house hire and they go outside of the building, who are some names you think are going to be on their or need to be on their radar? I mean, you got Matt Rule. He went to Penn State. You've got obviously Kirk Signetti. Like, talk about that for us. Where do you think they're going next?
Right there, Ice.
Okay.
Ice, you just drilled it. That's the list. That's the list. Those 2. And if I'm Kirk Signetti, I'm not leaving Indiana. They're going to build a damn statue of you right now, right? And all it's going to say underneath it is not even your name. It's just going to say Google him. I mean, so. He's doing things at Indiana that we haven't seen ever. Even Anthony Thompson didn't do it when he led the country in rushing. Remember that? Now we're going back 30 years, right?
Well, that's the biggest win since then. There's no question. Probably. This is the biggest program win since '87 here in Columbus.
There's no doubt about it. And so, if I'm Signetti, I'm not going anywhere. Because it ain't like Bloomington's a bad place to live, right? Now, Matt Rule, as you mentioned, Ice, he bled on that field. He is Penn State through and through, and he's won at Temple. He took that cesspool over from Art Briles. His first recruiting class at Baylor, folks, was 5 players. That's all he was able to sign, 5 guys. 3 years later, he's playing for a Big 12 championship with a recruiting class of 5, and he found a way to win. Now he's at Nebraska. He's building that thing back up. That was a good quality win at a sound Maryland team. If I'm Pat Kraft at Penn State, you've already gone back channels and made the phone call to Matt Rule, which, by the way, at his presser today, he didn't exactly squelch any rumors about Penn State.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's got the personal connection. That's a big deal. There's some heartstrings there. Signetti, I agree with. First of all, this is not 10 years ago where you may have to leave a school so you can, quote, compete for a title. Now you can actually get in the tournament at Indiana. You can get.
As you mentioned, AR, he's number 3 in the damn country.
Yeah.
He was in the college football playoff last season.
But my point is that in a BC, remember when Luke was at Cincy and it was like, and then he did wind up getting in, which was amazing. But there was always this thought if he ever really wanted to win one, he'd have to leave Cincinnati. Places like Indiana, I just feel like now you can stay if you have the financial support and make a dent.
AR, but here's the thing about Luke leaving Cincinnati. They were just when he left, they were just getting into the Big 12. They were going to be a P4 team.
Mm-hmm.
They just beat Iowa State last week, man, and were favored to win and did get it done at Nippert. So, I had Michigan, Wisconsin last week, man, and I feel for Luke. We all love the guy. I mean, he's a silver bullet. But it just hasn't fit. When he made the switch to go hire Phil Longo, it set that program back
no doubt.
As an offensive coordinator. And now, you're getting shut out in a 37 burger with all the fixings on it. I mean, lettuce, mayo, ketchup, tomatoes. I mean, you name it. They put jalapenos on that sucker, right? You're getting 37 hung on you and shut out by Iowa. I hate to say it, but Fickle's next, and I hate to say it.
Yeah, but it's going to cost them $25 million. These schools don't care. It's weird. Like,
they don't care.
People that I've talked to, like Wisconsin people, are really close to the boosters. They're like, they don't want any part of another buyout, but yet they'll do it.
Guys, Texas A&M spent over $70 million to have Jimbo Fisher go fishing and play golf.
That was Ross.
You think that's worked out for them? Because guess what? They're a top 5 program right now, and they're a sleeper in not just the SEC, but in the country. That team, especially defensively, they're not hunting folks, man. They're stalking prey. So any Aggie fan right now will be, you know what they'll tell you? Best $70 million we ever spent.
Probably so. Hey, real quick, because I'm with you guys on Cignetti and where he's at and what he's building in Bloomington right now. The other part of it, too, is if you're Kirk Cignetti and if you do take that Penn State job, the expectations and the pressure right away to win at the highest level are going to be big time, right? Because now he'll never admit this, but you got a little time in Bloomington to continue to build this thing because the expectation for that football program is not where Penn State's is. If he takes the job, then you go over there and people are looking at what you build in Bloomington, the resources you'll have over there in Penn State. And that is, to me, hey, we better be in the Final Four. We better be in a national championship game sooner rather than later. So when you take that job, if you're Cignetti, the standard becomes the standard based off of what you've been doing over in Bloomington.
Yeah, but Ice, he doesn't care. That's the beautiful part about Kirk Cignetti. I'll tell you a quick story. I know AR's clock integrity. He didn't want me to shut up here in a second. So, but when he was on Nick Saban's staff at Alabama, Nick Saban's alma mater, Kent State, who they stink. You all know it's right up the road, right? I mean, they're awful. And the Golden Flashes were looking for a head coach, and they called Nick Saban. Nick Saban had a rock star coaching staff back then, and I think it was 15 or 16. And he told his entire staff, look, I'm looking at 8-9 guys here that are going to be head coaches one day. But there's a job open right now. It ain't going to be easy. It's one of the hardest in college football. It's at my alma mater, Kent State. They just called me. Who's interested? One hand went up. One Ice. You know who it was?
Kirk Cignetti.
Kirk Cignetti. And Saban goes, now, how did I know? He goes, I'm in my early 50s, and I haven't been a head coach yet. Hell yeah, I was coaching Golden Flashes to some wins, Coach. I got you. Ends up going to James Madison. We all know the story. Then we got him in Indiana. He would not care about expectations. He blocks out outside noise. He's all about the man in the mirror and his players. He has that kind of an attitude. So would he leave? I would not leave Indiana, Coach, if I were you. Don't do it, man. Matt Rule, that's another one.
Yeah. No, I'm with anybody else, Manny Diaz, anybody else that they will call if Cignetti sticks and stays, which I think he will. He signed an 8-year. If Rule doesn't do it for some crazy reason, then where do they pivot? To Diaz?
No, I don't think it's Manny Diaz. When you pay $50 million, not only are you looking to win games, you're also looking to win the presser. And I don't care about the press conference. I want to win games.
Well, Urban Meyer's not doing it. So, you know.
Oh, hell no. I wouldn't hire Urban Meyer.
Yeah. What about USF guy?
Coming off the booth. Stop it.
Wait. You wouldn't hire Urban Meyer if you were Penn State?
No.
I'm surprised. I figured he's the fixer. Not that he would ever coach against. He doesn't want to coach against Ohio State. He's doing fine.
Jacksonville, Lord knows that, man. I mean,
NFL,
some guys are college, some guys are pros. I get it. I understand.
Well, it's blended more now than ever, but
the health issues and all that stuff. I mean, no, I would not hire Urban Meyer if I was Penn State. No. My first call is to Matt Rule. My second call is to Chris Ignetti.
Okay. Bill O'Brien in there anywhere?
Take a good luck, Pat Kraft. No, I don't. I mean, that didn't end well.
I know.
Remember that. I mean, there was a bad taste on everybody's palate when Bill O'Brien left Penn State to go to the Houston Texans.
My man, it always gives us something. What a great world this is, college football. We'll talk to you soon. Where are you going this week?
I will be at South Kakalaki, Oklahoma at South Carolina. Yeah, well, do you? But I'll tell you this, my pregame hit is going to be from a cockaboose. And if you don't know what a cockaboose is, go Google it. It's one of the hidden tailgate gems in all of college football. These damn things go for like $300,000. It's a different tax bracket when you're talking cockabooses and tailgating over there at South Kakalaki.
Well done, my man. Be well. Safe travel.
See you, boys.
All right, that's our guy, Ian Fitzsimmons from ESPN Radio on the Bryant Heating Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. All right, Brownies. Back at it. What are they playing for now? We'll give you that next. Rothman Ice and the Fan.
The best thing about watching football this weekend, talking football on Reaction Monday.
Sponsored by the Roofing Guys.
The Fan.
You know what my favorite place is to watch a game? The ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. This is Scotty Vegas, and Dave Biddle and I are throwing a huge party for the Thursday night Steelers-Bengals game. We have tickets, Pro Football Hall of Fame passes, and dining credits to give out during the game at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Amazing food, huge screens and prizes. That's a winning parlay. Can't wait to see you Thursday night. Must be 21 or older to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's officially fall at Firehouse Subs. The Thanksgiving turkey sub is back. This sub brings all the flavors of the Thanksgiving table into one crave-worthy bite. Stacked high with premium carved turkey, rich stuffing, and cranberry sauce. Add a side of warm, savory gravy for ultimate holiday comfort. Hurry to Firehouse Subs today and try the Thanksgiving turkey sub before it's gone. Limited time at participating Firehouse Subs restaurants while supplies last. Planning a tailgate or game day spread? Firehouse Subs Catering makes it easy to feed the whole crew.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Common Man here. Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. No interest for 3 whole years. Restrictions apply. Call 614-502-5220. Like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
People can't say enough amazing things about Vanscoy Hair Clinics. Men and women struggle with hair loss every day, and they completely change their lives. Vanscoy Hair Clinics is the only company in Ohio that has PRP, platelet-rich plasma, and a multi-unit hair grafting hair transplant procedure. Go to vanscoyhair.com for more info, or call 614-432-8042. Here's what some of their hair transplant clients have said.
Around 26, 27, I lost almost all of my hair on top. It changed my life in ways that I could not imagine.
My hair is going to continue growing for the rest of my life.
There is hope that you can do something about your hair loss.
Multi-unit hair grafting gives you 3 times more hair per procedure, saving you time and money. Hair transplants are more affordable than ever, and PRP is a fast, easy, and effective 45-minute treatment for thinning or damaged hair. Call Vanscoy for a free consultation, 614-432-8042, or visit vanscoyhair.com. That's 614-432-8042. Find out what procedure will restore your hair.
Feeling stuck on your own 10-yard line in the career game? Maybe it's time to just go for IT. My Computer Career has the game plan to score a rewarding new IT career in months. Whether you're a rookie, a breakout career changer, or a military veteran ready to serve. Why spend years chasing a college degree when you can fast track your future in IT starting now? Take your mark, get set, go for IT. Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Helping a new driver get ready for their road test? Here's a convenient new way to make the most of your 50 hours of required practice driving time. The Road Ready Ohio app, available now at no cost to new drivers and their families. Road Ready Ohio keeps track of your driving experience together, providing feedback and safe driving tips. It even generates the documentation you need for the Ohio BMV. The Road Ready Ohio app, free to download in the Apple and Google App Stores.
Flexible, secure, fun. Oh, and great pay, too. Are you not sure what you want to do for a career? Or are you thinking of changing careers? Being a dental hygienist or dental assistant may be the perfect fit for you and provides all of these perks, plus more. Talk with a dentist in your community or visit ODA.org to learn more. Become a valuable member of the dental team and start helping people love their smile. This message is brought to you by the members of the Ohio Dental Association.
Morning Juice is live on YouTube. Weekday mornings starting at 6. Or on demand whenever you want it. Yeah, whenever. Bobby Carpenter's at your beck and call. And Tito's there too, to clean the toilets. Head to YouTube and subscribe today. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We kick off the work week with fantastic weather for fall. We'll have mid-70s and plenty of sunshine. And for overnight, those mostly clear skies prevail with their temperatures in the upper 40s to low 50s. For Tuesday, lots of sun and daytime highs topping out in the mid-70s, and we stay dry heading into the rest of the work week. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with a 10 weather impact forecast.
Bet365, the official online sports book of Rothman Ice. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Rothman Ice present Free Snap Reads.
Sponsored by Newman Roofing. Call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF. That's 614-NEW-ROOF. Or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
All right, Maddie, Bet365 time.
Let's lock in, because if you're a new customer at Bet365, listen closely, because they got a great deal waiting just for you where you can bet $5 and you're going to get $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. So turn that $200 into something even bigger when you bet on player props, totals, money lines, or spreads. And keep an eye out for those daily boost and super boost. We got a double header tonight on Monday Night Football. So we got two playoff baseball games tonight, and then we are going to start off Monday Night Football with the Buffalo Bills in Atlanta at 7:15, and then the Bears take on Washington at 8:15. Washington's beat up. They're playmakers right now. No Terry McLaurin, so not a lot of mouths to feed right now if you're Jaden Daniels. I'm going to go with a Zach Ertz touchdown tonight. Plus 200 for Zach Ertz over at Bet365, because it's looking like it's going to have to be a lot of Ertz, Debo, and Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt for Washington. They're up against it playmaker-wise, but I'm going to go with Zach Ertz plus 200 to touch the paint on Monday Night Football.
All right, we've got the Devils coming in tonight for the home opener for the Jackets. Jet Greaves back in the net. The good news is we get to take on Jake Allen, their veteran backup goalie, so that should be good because Markstrom, I think, played the first two games for the Devils. Okay. Jets over-under on saves tonight is 24.5. And I do believe that with Hughes and Heishier and Timo, like they've got some guys that can put the puck on the net. So I'm going to go with the underdog here, and I'm going to take over 24.5 saves for Jet Greaves.
Okay. Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. Terms and conditions apply. In app only.
And may the odds be ever in your favor.
We're also a little bit up on the $5 challenge right now with CBJ. And we're putting them on. We'll put the 5 on them tonight at even money.
I got 5 on it.
All
right. Have to get that drop for this bit, TLC. You might have to get that.
I don't even know what that is.
Wait, that's an upset. That is an upset because you know a lot of old school things. You don't know the "I Got 5 on It" song.
I got 5.
I think if we played it for you, you probably have heard that in some point in time.
Song by Loonies.
I got 5 on it. That's an upset, AR, that he's never heard of that.
We got 1995.
Sounds about right. That sounds about right. So you're going to have to clip the "I Got 5 on It" part of the chorus there.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll play that when AR does his CBJ bet. Okay.
I'm mad I didn't double the bet.
Usually how it works when you're betting.
Kind of got a little freaked out with the whole thing. Like I looked at him and said, "Well, what if they go on a 4-game losing streak and then we got to keep doubling the bet?" The whole key to the bet, and it's not the early part of them going on a losing streak. It would be just to not have an extended losing streak to end the year.
Correct.
So there's no more games.
Right.
Like that would be it.
Yeah.
So, but we'll play it straight for the first half.
Okay.
And see where we stand. Told you earlier that Mike Tomlin questioned the Browns trading of Joe Flacco. Weird. It was like a weird shot at Andrew Berry.
See, that worried about Joe Flacco? Or is it just that much respect over the years? Like he's seen a lot. He's seen a lot of Joe. So maybe in his mind, when Joe was at the peak of his powers in Baltimore and helping them, like I don't know. Maybe maybe that's what this is.
PTSD. How about this?
I don't know.
Then speak to
maybe it is that.
No, then speak to it from that strength. Then so you know what? This is not anything we'd anticipate. Was I surprised about the trade? Yes, I was. But he could have even been even more honest and said it's better than facing Joe Burrow. Like it's weird. He came off weak. It came off weak. It didn't come off strong. Like, I'm not worried about what they're doing. It was almost like he was blaming Andrew Berry for violating the integrity of the AFC North.
Breaking code or something, yeah.
How could you trade a guy you started the season with a quarterback now to help a rival be better at the ultimate position? And his response would be, you coach your team, I'll GM mine. This is a 40-year-old guy. I trade him for a 5th rounder. We're 1-5. I think I know...
I need that
what's
line.
Best for us.
I need that line from Andrew Berry, either today or tomorrow. You coach your team, I'll GM mine.
Like,
shut up, Mike Tomlin.
He's not going to. He's not that guy.
He's not going to do any of that.
He can't say that.
But he's not going to.
He can't.
Because Mike Tomlin's doing a way better job coaching than Andrew Berry is GMing.
That's right. He cannot do it right now.
If he said that, Mike Tomlin would be like, okay, fine.
I mean, a desperate team called us. We had to evaluate our situation and realize where we are and admit honestly where we are. And when they called us desperate, we decided this was the right move for our team because we want to see what we have in the future.
Yeah.
I mean, I think where he is what you guys said earlier. His mindset is, wait a minute, you're trading away a guy that gives you a better chance to win. And that's antithetical to what we believe. That's right. You can't do it again, though.
Yeah.
Real quick, we're talking about the Steelers. I've been seeing this float around that I don't know if Schefter himself reported this today, but it's been on social media that the Steelers are looking to trade for a wide receiver. And so something to monitor there, that maybe opposite DK Metcalf, they'd be looking to bring in some more help. So we shall see. We shall see.
They've been looking for a receiver to help them for a while.
We've been talking about that the last 2 years.
Are you setting up how Tomlin ended his press conference today? Is this what this building to? Oh.
No, I don't know how he ended it. He walked off right and then said something else?
Great. Well, you guys were annoying me today. Something happened.
So he was on one today.
Wait, what did he say?
He said you guys were annoying me today.
Great. Well, you guys were annoying me today. Something happened.
Boy, you guys were annoying me today. And then what was the last part?
I can't make out the last part.
He was walking away from the microphone. It was like me.
Maybe he had that. Maybe he had that press conference before lunch and he was a little hangry today. Maybe that's what it was. But
the
fact that he
admitted those press conferences in the Ray-Bans.
The fact that he admitted that the media was annoying him today kind of takes us inside of how he was feeling. Maybe he woke up on the wrong side of the bed. They won the game yesterday. It's a victory Monday, Mike. Come on, man.
Great.
Right.
Well, you guys were annoying me today. Something happened.
If I were you guys, though, I would do everything in my power to get Chris Olave out of New Orleans. That's the receiver that I would try to trade for with some age, some runway in front of him to pair him with DK Metcalf. Like, I would try to get Chris Olave.
He's healthy? He's ready to go?
I don't know, but...
Like, you always worry about that with him.
The thing about that is the obvious joke is, well, you just had Pickens and you didn't do that. So, obviously, we didn't want to sign Pickens to a long-term contract. And so we're in this weird state of buying and selling at the same time. I think they call that arbitrage, which
I mean, I'm not
you're
even
just
gonna.
doing it.
I know
Now you're just on it.
That was forced.
He did play yesterday. Olave
He did. Yeah, he took a hit.
6 for 98 in the game. So a good day for him. He had a long of 53, and I think like that.
Yeah.
He still got that.
25 years old.
That's what I'm saying.
So the question with him though, so if we made the decision not to sign George Pickens long term, Chris Olave
risky.
Would be the 2022 draft. So this would be year 4. I don't recall off the top of my head if they picked up his 5th-year option. So is he due for free agency or no?
That is a good question. I don't know. It's just a name that popped off the top of my head. I don't know if you guys have any better other options, but I was just thinking like not bringing in like an old guy to try to piece this thing together. Like try to have something there for your future too coming out of
not
this
like
thing.
the wide receiver form of Jonnu Smith.
Yeah, like if they're gonna go get Alan Lazard, it's like okay, then what are we doing? But no, just a name I thought of. Getting him out of New Orleans.
He's out there. Who's our quarterback? It would be fitting.
Yeah, it is right. I can see him going to bat for his boy.
You know,
I don't even think you meant to do that, but that actually may be the answer.
The other guy might be, or the other team would be the Giants. They might look for him.
Olave?
Yeah, because they're suddenly feeling good about themselves.
What, man. Like, look at like the pillars that they may have in place, right? Like you're talking Jackson Dart, Cam Scatterbo, Andrew Thomas, your left tackle, Malik Neighbors, young dudes on defense. Like the Giants may not be far off, right, from being a real threat. I don't know if it'll be this year, but if these young guys continue to grow, the Giants have a nice core right now.
Those are pre-snap reads. All right, guys, I'm talking to you for a moment here because if you feel like something's off and you don't have the energy that you think you should have, it's kind of slipping away. It could be low T that's just kind of draining all things that make you you. It doesn't really have to be that way. The solution may be testosterone replacement therapy at Synergenics and Low T Center because they use pharmaceutical-grade testosterone to increase that level for you that's just right for you. It's not like one size fits all. Like they're the only providers that really accept most major insurance. They'll make it affordable, easy for you to start and stay on the treatment. Synergenics and Low T Center, they've got clinics conveniently located around town, Gahanna and Dublin, and you can be treated at the clinic or get at-home treatment. Either way, it all starts with a simple, quick, free test at the center. Free test at the center. You really shouldn't be waiting any longer. They have an on-site lab. You'll get results back in about 20 minutes. So get the test, visit Low T Center or Synergenics. All you have to do is book your appointment now. Here's the website, trtmvp.com. That's trtmvp.com. And book your test, get in there, take the free test, and you'll automatically be entered for a chance to win either autographed sports memorabilia or you may even win a pair of tickets to a major sporting event in town here. But importantly, just get back to feeling like you again. trtmvp.com. All right, when we come back, we do have another firing, this one at the NFL level. We'll tell you about it in 2 minutes. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
I need a small order of sheet metal to repair something in the shop. It's not much, but can you help me out?
At Metal Supermarkets, no order is too small.
Wait, really?
Yep.
What about small home projects?
Yep.
For a car I'm working on?
Yep.
Any kind of metal?
Yep.
Cut to size?
Yep.
With no minimum order?
Yep.
How about 1,000 cut pieces of aluminum flat bar?
Yep. Choose from over 8,000 types, shapes, and grades of metal in any quantity you need. And yes, we're serious. Any metal, any size, ready fast. Locally owned on Wilson Road.
Listen up, football fans. You won't want to miss this.
Right now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. So you could turn that $200 into something bigger when you bet on money line, spread, totals, player props.
$200 in bonus bets when new customers bet $5. I know where I'm going to bet from now on. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Hi, I'm Rick Germain for Toyota West. And with over 600 new and pre-owned vehicles available, Toyota West at I-270 and Georgesville Road has the car you're looking for. And right now at Toyota West, take advantage of 0 down and 0 payments until 2026. And every pre-owned vehicle comes with a 72-hour exchange policy plus a 3-month warranty for qualified vehicles. Come see us at the Germain Auto Mall on Georgesville Road or get started today at ToyotaWest.com. Offer expires 10/31. No payments for deferred payment. Interest accrues at time of inception with approved credit.
Newman Roofing, as part of its 2025 Commitment to Community initiative, is proud to recognize individuals who have made an impact for people of all abilities. This week, we would like to honor Caden Cox. Caden made history as the first person born with Down syndrome to play and score in a college football game. His remarkable journey was featured on ESPN's College Game Day, and his football memorabilia is proudly displayed in the Chick-fil-A College Football Hall of Fame. This Down Syndrome Awareness Month, Newman Roofing is proud to join forces with 10 TV and The Fan in celebrating our ongoing commitment to the community.
Rothman Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
The perfect ratio of sports talk, dogs, pro wrestling, and gambling advice.
It's science.
You're listening to Rothman and Ice.
All right, we have an NFL firing. This one shouldn't be too shocking, especially after yesterday. So we have Brian Callahan, Tommy boy. Titans have parted ways with Callahan. Brutal start to the year, and now he's leaving the Titans. So Cam Ward's going to get a new head coach right away.
Yeah. I can't say that I'm shocked based off of the team results, right? And the things that we saw last year wasn't good under Brian Callahan's watch when you're you're supposed to be an offensive-minded head coach, and you saw the dysfunction with Will Levis last year, and then you turn the page, and you're seeing some of those things as well. I believe in Cam Ward. I do think he'll be a good quarterback in the league in time. It's crazy that they even won that one game against Arizona with the way that game unfolded, so they really shouldn't have any wins this season, but I look at a team like Tennessee specifically, and I ask the question, what does this do? I don't know if this does anything as far as, hey, like things are going to change. Like your personnel is who your personnel is.
Yep.
You knew you were drafted number 1 overall, and you knew that the season was probably going to be rough. And so doing this now, I don't really get. I think you could have let him, hit the finish line and figure it out elsewhere, but we know this is a results-based business. Some of these owners get antsy when you look at not only this season, but now a year and a half, if you will, of your franchise not doing anything to write home about, and this is what we get.
They're worried. They're worried he's going to ruin their prized possession, right? That's it. I mean, because on the surface, this is not good for a development. To just rip his head coach in the middle of the season or early in the middle of the season.
I would be really concerned there if you're saying that you're also ripping the offensive coordinator out of the mix too. Like it would be crazy if they flip this on his head and they're going to make Cam Ward learn a whole new system on the fly. Like I don't think they're going to do that, but I definitely hear what you're saying. Like this isn't how you want to start your career if you're Cam Ward. That's for sure.
They actually played tough in their first couple of games. I thought, because I wasn't expecting much. The second season for him and new quarterback. And like you said, the talent is the talent, and they don't have enough of it. But he's a rookie quarterback. He's learning on the fly. Callahan, you'd think, would got a little more time, but they just obviously don't think he's a good enough coach. And it's not really about the winning as much. It's about the competing. They looked horrible yesterday. Against the Raiders,
another bad
should
team.
Have been better than that. But this is what happens. These guys get looked at with their play calling and their challenge calls and just their in-game stuff, and they're just always out of sync.
And also, too, it's the everyday operation that we don't get to see, right? Maybe you're the owner, the GM, and you're walking around the building and you're getting a vibe from the players that they're not really buying into him, or if you're going out to practice and it just doesn't look the way an NFL team should be run. Like, you have all of that stuff that you can rely on, too, when you make a call like this. I think also big picture, it goes to, you have to be very, very careful when you get rid of a coach that is good. And Mike Vrabel was a good coach for them. And since then, they just been going the other way. So that can also get dicey, too. Like, you better be sure that who you're bringing in next is going to provide a safe floor for you. Because if not, if you don't nail the head coach, you don't nail the quarterback, your franchise has a chance to be lost. And right now for Tennessee, I think they've checked one box. That is the quarterback. But since they got rid of Rabes, the Tennessee Titans, they've been lost. And so this next hire for them is going to be massive. A guy that can speak to the quarterback and obviously bigger than that, speak to the team and get this thing back on track. Because to me, what Cam Ward's going to be. I don't know if he's going to be a top 5 guy, but I think he is going to be a respectable starter in the league. And when you have that, you're not too far off from finding yourself in some successful situations as a team.
That's the other issue that you talked about. When you fire Vrabel and then you have this.
Yeah.
Like, that's the problem. And I don't know all the inner workings of their relationship with Vrabel. It's not that everyone thought that Vrabel wasn't as good of a coach. Sometimes it's just the working relationship goes south, and then the whole thing empties out. But everyone gets moved up a rung. The funny thing about, like, Mike McDaniel was actually competitive against the Chargers, probably had the game. Everyone moves up. Dayball seems like he has now saved himself from the hot seat.
And Mike McDaniel, too.
Canales beat Dallas.
It doesn't help.
Like, all these guys that were right there in the hot seat.
It doesn't help Mike McDaniel either when Tua takes to the microphone after the game and he's like, dudes aren't showing up for meetings.
Yeah, why say that?
Right.
That whole thing is, I can't believe they were that close to beating the Chargers.
Yeah, when Tua said that, I asked the exact same question you just did, because you would want to, you think, cover for your guys publicly.
Well, A.J. Brown didn't cover for his guys, and they're coming off a Super Bowl.
I mean,
there was no meeting.
Yeah, to me, it's a little different when Tua's kind of blatantly throwing teammates under the bus and saying guys just aren't showing up.
I agree. There's a little difference.
I just think that's a bad look for Mike McDaniel, right, as a head coach, to not have guys doing that. So he's probably next in line, it feels like to me, to maybe lose his job, whether it's in season or at the end of the year. I'd be shocked if he's roaming the sidelines in 2026 down there in Miami.
Yeah, no, it's going bad.
Yeah.
He's tied with Tua, and injuries have certainly hurt him. I think people would admit that. I'm not saying that I certainly didn't think he was a lock franchise quarterback, but you can't take away the injuries affecting
what's hurt him,
what he isn't now.
What's hurt him is that when those guys have been available for him, because what you're talking about is real, they're not popping off on offense the way that we've seen. And there's a little bit of this, well, is he kind of getting figured out as a head coach? Like, is he not able to adjust and find different ways to generate offense? Because when he was hired, I mean, they're hanging 70 on people and they're in the playoff mix and all that stuff. And the last 2 years, it's just Miami's offense is just completely falling flat.
They were the first ones that had a players-only meeting. Now he's saying, it'll be funny.
It was after week 1.
Yes, it was after week 1. But now he's saying, this would be funny. When we've called some additional player-only meetings, and guys are late and aren't showing up to that either.
And there's always breadcrumbs to follow, because I just now thought about this specifically with Tennessee, and now that they let go of Brian Callahan. He handed over play calling, or either took back play calling or handed it over to somebody else. And when those things start to happen early on, to me, that means kind of ownership's involved. And they got a message to the head coach to say, you better change this, or if you don't, you're in trouble. And sure enough, here's Brian Callahan now looking for a job. So you're paired with Joe Burrow and Jamar and those guys in Cincinnati, and you're getting that rub from that offense. And now you have to go do it on your own, and unfortunately couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it. Fellas, if you're – go ahead.
I was going to say, McDaniel now stays on the top rung of the hot seat. Now
I
that
would think
Callahan's
so,
gone.
yeah.
Yeah. Because I think Dayball
so.
slots down a hair. Canales got himself.
Oh, yeah. That's why Dayball was yelling at the doctors and everything to get Jackson Dart out of the tent, because he knew I need this kid to save my job.
I
Tough look for him.
get that, but come on.
Oh, he was desperate. That's what it was. It's a desperate head coach that doesn't want to play Russell Wilson anymore. And I think in the back of his mind, he looks at Jackson Dart as the guy that's going to save his job. And that's why
But at the time, Jackson Dart didn't know what was going on in the back of his mind.
I completely hear you, but I think that's what we saw from a head coach, and it was a bad look for him. Fellas, what's not a bad look is taking care of your health. If you're at a point to where you're dealing with low T, ED, that can all change by going to see the wonderful folks at the Columbus Men's Clinic, where there's no guesswork, there's no gimmicks, just real science and effective treatments. All of this, it's affordable, it's accessible. Consultation, including blood work, is just $99 with results before you leave. I got my blood work back a couple months ago at the Columbus Men's Clinic. Felt so confident leaving that place because I just felt like, you know what, I got the answers. Maybe you're a little scared to go in there like I was. Trust me, coming out of that, you'll feel exactly how you need to feel. So don't wait. Do not procrastinate. Take care of your body, fellas. Hit them up. Call them at 614 614-300-7400, or you can visit them online at columbusmensclinic.com today. Again, their number is 614-300-7400, or visit them at columbusmensclinic.com.
All right, we come back with Tell the Truth. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
If you consider yourself a Buckeye fan, you've come to the right place. This is your heritage sports talker and home of Ohio State Athletics, The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. If you're a sports card fan like me, you've got to check out Midwest Cards in the Arena District, right outside Nationwide Arena. These guys are true collectors themselves, and they've built a shop that lets you experience card collecting in a whole new way. They've got sealed boxes, packs, single cards, signed memorabilia, and plenty of TVs in their lounge. Yeah, they have a lounge. And don't forget the card bar, where you can open packs while you have an adult beverage. It's awesome. Stop by Midwest Cards today and tell them T-Bone sent you.
Regenerative treatments for joint pain are creating lots of excitement in the orthopedic community. QC Kinetics Medical Director Dr. Ray Tessner recalls a recent conversation with one of the country's most acclaimed orthopedic doctors.
He said, when you and I are young, the arthroscope was a quantum leap in treating orthopedic problems. I think regenerative medicine is the new arthroscope.
Surgery is no longer the go-to solution for chronic joint pain in your knees, hips, shoulder, or back. QC Kinetics is leading the next quantum leap. All natural regenerative treatments that provide relief and mobility.
I think one of the tenets of being a good physician is the old saying of do no harm. That's what I enjoy about this form of treatment is there's very little chance that we're going to cause harm, and that's refreshing to me to be able to eliminate the dangers that can come sometimes with surgeries.
Book your free consultation today in Dublin or Gahanna. Call 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544. Or go to qckinetics.com/Columbus.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. My good friends over at Sleep Better Columbus want you to know that if you're 65 or older, enjoying those golden years, but maybe you're dealing with restless nights, you need to listen up. Are you tossing and turning, struggling with sleep apnea, and that leaves you wiped out during the day? Well, it's time to reclaim your rest with Dr. Mark Levy at Sleep Better Columbus. As a leading provider in non-surgical sleep apnea treatments, Dr. Levy helps you breathe easier and sleep deeper with custom oral appliances, a comfortable alternative to CPAP. The best part is that Sleep Better Columbus is in network with most medical insurance plans and is a proud Medicare provider, so your coverage can work seamlessly with Sleep Better Columbus. And as we head toward the end of the year, don't let those benefits go unused. You don't want to wait to use your deductible. Act now to make the most of it with Sleep Better Columbus. Call Sleep Better Columbus today at 800-MORE-SLEEP or visit sleepbettercolumbus.com. Once again, that number, 800-MORE-SLEEP or sleepbettercolumbus.com for your consultation. Sleep better, live better, you've earned it.
Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day. Hi, this is Max with Buckeye Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Winter will be here before you know it, and that means it's time to get your heating and plumbing systems maintained. Our True Comfort membership is designed to keep things in tip-top shape. Thank you for letting us keep your home comfortable and plumbing worry-free. And when you need us, call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
Around here, it's all or nothing. And nobody has more all-wheel drive choices than Toyota. Now through November 3rd, get 4.75 APR financing on a new 25 RAV4. Or 5.75 on RAV4 Hybrid, excludes plug-ins. Or lease a gas-powered RAV4 LE for $309 a month for 36 months with $36.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
T-Bone and Tybus.
Could you imagine being a college kid and getting a Venmo for $1 million? I'd shed tears. I cried.
T-Bone and Tybus Mornings on the Fan is sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Tell the truth with Rothman and Ice.
Sponsored by Window Nation. Buy 2 windows, get 2 for free. Call 866-90-NATION or visit windownation.com now.
Just goes to show you when you have a number one guy, a great quarterback, it takes a lot more. That the last 4 quarterbacks taken number 1 overall have all had their head coaches go bye-bye. By the way, during their rookie season, like Trevor Lawrence with Urban, Bryce Young with Frank Reich, Caleb with Eberflus, Ward now with Callahan. Like,
no, I mean, look,
none of these guys.
The Urban thing got a little messy, right? Like outside of the football stuff, so you could understand that. But man, I just think like if you're a team picking number 1, you know, like the expectation is it can't be we're going to be good, right? And so it just has to be, I think, some behind the scenes stuff that we don't get to see in the daily operation of how a head coach runs the show. And clearly they've lost belief down there. You're a 1-5 team that's in a division where Houston Texans have their quarterback, the Jacksonville Jaguars have their quarterback, and maybe the Colts have their quarterback in the future, because this is crazy that the Colts are 5-1 and Daniel Jones is still winning games.
Yeah.
So they're looking up at everybody else in the division right now.
And all you're going to see out there now is, I can't believe they fired Vrabel. And that's true. The Titans should take a lot of abuse for that. But it's what you said. It's the stuff we don't see. It's who had the power. Was there going to be a collaboration? Was Amy Strunk going to let him have all the calls?
Yeah.
Like, how much power did Vrabel want and need? And where was ownership? Honestly, I think that was more about that, about control and where the franchise was going. Now, here's what you could accuse them of. Well, why not give him what he wants?
Well, am I remembering it correctly that Rand Carthon was the GM during that time, and they got rid of Vraves and kept Rand? And I don't even think Rand Carthon's even their GM anymore.
Correct.
Am I remembering that
they made
correctly?
Yeah, so Carthon was the GM, for people that don't know, and they fired Vrabel about a year after, I think. Right?
That sounds right.
They made a change at GM.
Yeah.
And then a year later,
And there were rumblings, AR, to your point, that maybe Vrabel and Carthon weren't seeing eye to eye.
They said they never had issues, though.
Okay.
I know that Carthon said that he and Vrabel, he never felt they had issues.
Well, something had to happen in ownership's mind to pick one over the other. Yeah. And so I know what those guys said publicly, but I'm big on actions over words with teams and how they're run. And to me, they picked Carthon because they thought that he was going to build something special in time.
He's going to start Will Levis over my boy Ryan Tannehill.
Nasty work. But Braves is he's living his best life right now over there in Foxborough. Pats pick up another win. They've won 3 in a row. And
by the way,
on the road.
The other domino that fell was Derrick Henry leaving.
Correct. Yeah.
That was the other big one after when Vrabel got fired. I think Henry was going to be a free agent the following season.
Okay.
And that was it.
And that's also the regime.
And he was shocked.
I remember.
Of course.
Yeah. There's also the regime that traded away A.J. Brown. That has not worked out either. So you trade it.
But he's got his own bag of issues as well.
True, but he helped the team win a Super Bowl, and he's a tremendous wide receiver. So you got rid of your star receiver, your star running back, your good head coach.
And a guy that led him to an AFC championship game. Yeah.
And now here you are searching for answers.
One that you could make the claim, and I will make the claim, that they should have won.
You were
up by 10.
You had your Tannehill jerseys on that year.
I was ready to go.
That was your guy. That was your guy.
And I was watching that game, and listen, it was against the Bengals, so it was great. Either way, it's a win-win, and then they go to L.A. and all that. But I didn't think he needed to force the end of the game the way he did.
Okay.
But he was at home. They had blown the lead, and he didn't want to leave it up to a coin toss, and I understand it. It's total results. I'm playing results here. And he forced it in. Yeah.
And to me, he's got a younger.
That's not a drop.
You're lucky I wasn't rolling on that. You said he forced it in. That would have been a drop. If I were recording.
To VAR, he's got a better Ryan Tannehill now.
No.
And Drake May. Like, their skill sets to me are somewhat similar with how they approach the game.
Right.
And so yeah, the Pats are looking like they're going to be a force under Vrabe's watch, and I don't think any of us are surprised at that. Maybe this is happening sooner than people expected. But, yeah, they have that head coach quarterback situation figured out in Foxborough, and that's how you want to start a franchise.
And let's also not – listen, Vrabel had winning seasons there, but when they fired him, it was going the other way.
Yeah.
They were sub 500 for 2 years in a row. Like, it wasn't – they didn't fire him off 4 big winning seasons. So it started to go the other way, and then it probably – everyone got, as Adam said earlier, frustrated, bored, angry, whatever. So there you go. There's the quick history. All right, TLC, take us home. Real fast.
I never really know where to shoot it. Self-evaluate. The floor is yours. I think
he just dropped it on himself. Did you see that? That was nice.
Self-dropping is pretty low. I self-dropped right there. The self-evaluation of the floor is yours. I think that as long as it sounded good, it was a little chaotic. I think we can work it out. The YouTube chats seem to be having some fun with it. So
that's your truth?
Yes.
That it should continue another week?
Yes. I say keep.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
Keep or
I'm
kill.
here for it. I thought our listeners did an awesome job. They brought it today, so thanks to you guys. And looking forward to next Monday.
So when the GM, head coach, ownership, whatever this threesome is, are you willing to give up not play calling, but are you willing to give up the stopwatch in order to call the plays? Because you're going to be wearing the headset over there on the phones.
Yes.
Okay. So you have to give up part of your ownership of that.
I will give up some of that.
And if I fail, Maddie, then it's on you.
I got you. Hey, before we go, if you missed anything from our show, don't worry. You can always catch up wherever you get your podcast. All you got to do is type in Rothman and Ice. Everything we do from noon to 3. We'll be waiting there for you. Subscribe to the pod as well. The wonderful folks at Bet365 are the sponsor of the Rothman and Ice podcast. Common Man and Timmy coming up next to continue Reaction Monday right here on The Fan.
All right, we'll stay on until 2:56. Yeah. Scott on hold still. We'll give you the tickets now, bud.
With Timmy.
Way to hang in there. We'll talk to you tomorrow at high noon. Rothman and Ice and The Fan.
1, 2, 3. Here in The Fan is always football o'clock. Proud to be your home of the Buckeyes, Browns, and all the NFL games you can handle. The Fan.